Sevens big league from Melbourne Cricket Ground. It's Hawthorn and North Melbourne. Excellent crowd in attendance tonight. Conditions good at the moment. Knocked down by Deer. Hawthorn kicking to the left in the opening term. And a real scramble, developing only a couple of metres from the centre circle. It's going to be a North Melbourne free kick, though. Your guess is as good as mine, German. Played very well on Monday, Lou, didn't he?
Certainly did,
German,
Peter.
probably one of North Melbourne's best players. Dwyer, left centre wing. Can't mistake him. Good long kick down towards the forward pocket, trying to find Phil Cracker. Some doubt about Phil Cracker taking his place in the side, but he pulled up okay, and he was definitely out there, as you can see. Boundary throw in. Left forward pocket for North Melbourne. Comes out to Loveridge. Loveridge long kick, a little bit too long, might be too wide too. And so far as Hawthorn is concerned, it's out of bounds. And it will be a free kick to North Melbourne.
Well, North Melbourne started off very well on Monday, Pete.
Yeah, got the first 3 goals. German's kick marked down there by Donald McDonald, taking the mark in front of Langford. And McDonald about 40 metres out from goal on the practice wicket area. He should be able to get the distance. We'll wait on the accuracy. Favours the spiral punt kick in towards the 10-metre square. McCann was the flyer for North Melbourne, but it's going to be a Hawthorn free kick, and it will be taken by Chris Mew in the goal square. Mew goes for the short pass, looking for and finding Loveridge in the back pocket. He marks in front of Jimmy Cracker. He might have to kick over the mark, though, so saith the umpire.
Well, but it's a pretty casual start by both these sides, really, isn't it?
How do you mean, Lou?
Well, it's not very fiery yet. Usually starts off a bit fiery.
Gary Ayres takes the mark. Well, there's plenty of time.
Maybe it's the warm conditions.
Could be.
Certainly warm up here. Buckenara. Oh, great mark. Takes it on right centre wing for Hawthorn. Kicks straight into the man on the mark. That was Dwyer. Beautifully done. Dwyer short pass down towards left half forward. A few errors as well. Just past the 2-minute mark of the first term. No score on the ball.
No score as yet. The ball out of bounds on North Melbourne's half-forward line, about 70 metres around from their goal. As I said to Pete before, they started off very well against the Swans. Knocked out by Deer. Jumped up very high. The ball punched on again by Ayres. There's a chance for Kennedy. Springs out of the pack nicely over to Tuck. Tuck drives the ball out wide. Coming out to meet it now is Russo, but it beats him and the ball is out of bounds. Not a bad crowd, not over the 20,000 mark. And of course, if this match was played at North Melbourne, Arden Street, I'm sure there wouldn't have been any more than 12,000, Peter.
Yes, we'll go along with that.
Ball back into play again. Pass more. Picked up by Jimmy Cracker. Doesn't know where to go. That's a hurried kick. There's a go for Platten. He can't pick that one. He's got a chance again. Hackley goes down. He got one on the back from Platten. And of course, Platten played a great game last week against Carlton. And of course, we've heard different stories about him being the best player that's come out of South Australia for many years. Ball driven out by Atkins out wide. Over the head of the pack. There's a chance now for North Melbourne to go deep into attack. That's Love driving the ball deep down towards the forward pocket. Phil Cracker picks it up on the boundary line, looking there for McCann, but he wasn't awake. He taps the ball back. It's a hurried kick. Now it's a scramble going on there that's finally shot out on Lester Smith. A very reliable defender. Gets the ball out wide. Back to Demetrio. He's got the front posse now, Demetrio. Comes in, he's got a chance to send them deep into attack. He goes for the hand pass to Jimmy Cracker. Eludes one opponent, drives it up deep into the full forward zone. No one can take the mark. Love tries to tap it on. It's picked up by Lester Smith over to Langford. Langford's kick is not a good one. Lord juggles the ball. Kennedy's right on his back. Nearly copped one from Steele. The umpire said he did cop one, and he'll get a free kick.
Play on, he's called, Lou.
He's called play on. Out it goes to Jimmy Cracker again. He started off okay. The ball back there towards that half-forward line, and Kennedy takes a safe mark in defence. Into this first quarter by over 4 minutes, and no score as yet by either. Well, naturally, no score yet.
Russell Green's hand pass in turn out towards Gary Ayres in the centre. I think that's where he's playing at the moment. He did well there in the practice matches. Buckenara, hand pass, not a good one. Dwyer has the job of minding him, and he's doing a pretty good job so far. Got one in the back from Byrne, who paddles it further forward to Robertson. Robertson again. Long hand pass, not a good one to Ayres. Demetriou's got him. Back to Michael Tuck. A little bit of dew out there, making it pretty hard to handle. Demetriou shows them how it's done, though. Out towards left centre wing. Chance for North Melbourne to go forward. Langford's in the road for Hawthorn. Umpire's letting it go a little bit at the moment. Left half forward flank for the Kangaroos. The ball out towards the boundary line. Chance for Jonas. Ball picked up eventually by Arsiri. Yes, it's pretty slippery out there. Steele. First scored, North Melbourne. It's a goal. Well, they had to get one sooner or later. They've been attacking for 5 minutes. And finally, North Melbourne break through the solid Hawthorn defence and first goal on the board.
Well, as you were saying before, Peter, they started extremely well on Monday, and in the same vein tonight is still being told, and a good piece of talking there, and I just couldn't quite pick up who the teammate was going along behind Darren Steele, but it was quite obvious that he was shepherding and letting his teammate know that he was clear.
5.5 minutes into the first quarter. North Melbourne doing all the attacking. Hawthorn haven't crossed the half-forward line yet. North Melbourne 1 goal to Steele. Rebound goes to Law. Still inside the square. Chance for Buckenara. Now towards the centre wing position. North Melbourne looking to have, well, a little bit hungrier for the ball at the moment than Hawthorn. Atkins, a short pass. Lester Smith, though, chipping in and taking the mark in front of Jonas. Rod Lester Smith at the left half-back flank for Hawthorn. The game picking up a peg or two. I must agree with Lou. It started in almost a lackadaisical fashion, like a practice match. Demetriou. Back to half-forward. Plenty of Hawthorn players are there. Langford should take it and does. Breaks one tackle. Flicks it out to Platten. Platten a long hand pass out to Russell Green.
And Green's clear. Going for a bit of a trot around there towards the half-forward line. Goes for a pass. It's okay. And Buckenara's got it.
Must be 15 metres, surely, you would think.
Well, I think he's pulling him back, Bob. Yes, he's pulling him back 15 metres past more.
Foolish play, yeah. Foolish play.
And of course, it must be great news for for Hawthorn that Buckenaro hit form last week too, Peter.
Apparently played pretty well, though.
Yes, and of course we've seen him play some great games before. Well, before he got that serious injury, put him back a bit, but now he's out there ready to kick his first goal and Hawthorn's too. There it is on its way, and that's not a bad sort of a kick. It's 1 point. A little bit off target, swayed away at the last moment, so it's Hawthorn 1 point to North Melbourne 1 goal, 6 points.
It's about that same position that he actually got it too.
That's right. Ball back into play again by Smith, out there towards the centre of the ground. No one can. Oh, he nearly grabbed that there. The umpire said no. German's in there. What a game he played last Monday too.
And that is in the centre tonight, Lou. It played as a ruck rover on Monday.
Well, he played an exceptionally good game, Bob, didn't he?
One of the best players on the ground.
Centre bounce again. There's Harris. He flies high. Ball picked up by Russo. He lost that, but he got one too high.
Downfield, or is it a Russo
Well,
kick?
we'll wait now to see what happens. It'll be Russo to take the free kick right on the edge of the square at the centre half-forward position. Hawthorn yet to score a goal.
Like a fair bump, actually.
I think he got him a bit high, Pete. So the free kick at centre half-forward for Russo. North Melbourne 1 goal to Hawthorn, 1 point only. Up there into the full forward position. Mark dropped by Dwyer, goes after it again, picked up by Law, a very reliable defender, and the ball is out of bounds. He played that safe. That's a bit of experience for him. The ball is out of bounds. He had no one to kick it to, and the ball out of bounds on that back pocket or back flank position for North Melbourne. Oh, a bit of struggling going on. The umpire let that go as Robertson got it out. He said he threw it. And the free kick may go to Passmore. Yes, Passmore to take the free kick into this quarter by just on 9 minutes. That's Law now. He passed it back. So it's 5 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne.
Ball up towards the centre wing position. It's out of bounds. Free kick holding the man decision. Will be going North Melbourne's way.
I must say this ground looks a picture too, Bob and Pete. The lights are fantastic, aren't they?
Certainly are, Lou.
Superb lighting. Jonas decided to play on a little bit slow. Russo has given away a free kick, but North Melbourne lucky to get out of that. Not good play.
Actually, Demetrio started off pretty well.
He has, being under an injury cloud earlier, missed the match last week.
Taking far too long to get the ball forward, though.
Yep.
Demetriou, long kick nonetheless. Perhaps trying to find McCann, who did get 2 hands to it. Picked up by Russell Green, breaks the tackle of Jimmy Cracker. Michael Tuck, Hawthorn captain, not a well-directed kick. Second time Tucker's not kicked well tonight. And the mark taken for North Melbourne by Harris on left centre wing. Did well at the bounces early last week. Chance for the Kangaroos. Long hand pass comes out to Steele again. Can he make it 2 goals? As he threaded that one, hit the post. Very close. And so North Melbourne lead by a goal, 1-1 to 1 point. And we've been playing nearly 10 minutes in the first quarter. Excellent conditions tonight. A little bit of dew perhaps will fall on the ground later.
Peter, I'd say there's more here than Monday too, between, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I'd agree. Yeah.
I'd certainly think so.
We had about 25,000 then. Lester Smith starting well for Hawthorn, marking in front of Jonas, gets it over to Green, showing a good turn of speed. Long kick by the Hawthorn ruck rover up towards the half-forward line. Chance for Smith, doesn't mess around, gets it in turn back to his teammate down there in Crocker. Crocker out towards the left centre wing position. The ball bounces favourably for German. Green comes in and upsets him. Good block by Russell Green, who comes out with the ball, trying to find Buckenara. Robertson, Buckenara, great grab. Second mark. And he looks at danger for North Melbourne. Byrne can't get a fist to that, got to knock it forward. Ball taken away for the Kangaroos by Harris. Harris to half forward. McCann steamrolls through. McDonald, bad hand pass, but it was a good tackle nonetheless. Gary Ayres just about got German, held it for a fortnight. He was very lucky, Peter German.
He caught one from Langford.
He still held it too long though, Bob.
You still can't hit him in the head.
No, that's right. Long kick for North Melbourne by Love, who puts it through for a goal. North Melbourne answer the only way or the best way possible. 2-1 to 1-1, North in front.
That was good play on the part of Asiri too. He snapped it up pretty quickly from German, Bob.
Yes, and there's Asiri now on replay, getting it across to Love, who puts it through. And it was a great tackle by Gary Ayres, and if Langford hadn't come in, then Ayres would have received the free kick.
So goal kickers for North Melbourne, Steele and Love. As I mentioned earlier in the commentary, the Kangaroos looking hungrier for the ball than Hawthorn at the moment, and they lead by 2 goals as we approach the 12-minute mark of the first quarter.
Centre bounce again, but North Melbourne started off very well against the Swans on Monday. Can they keep it up tonight? This fella's very impressive, Harris. He didn't get that knockout, picked up by Buckenara, not doing a bad job here at the moment. Ackley overruns the ball, but luckily for him, Passmore's backing up well. Drives the ball out wide. There's a race between Russo and Demetrio. Russo's there first out there at half forward. A short pass to Buckenara again. Got it on the half volley. A high kick back there. At the back is Loveridge. In front is Byrne. He's grabbed the mark. Strong mark by Byrne. And of course you can't play him from behind. I think Crocker's got to understand that, Bob.
Well, they've had plenty of opportunities so far, Hawthorn, but that's the first time that they've had anything like any semblance of real forward play. Buckenara has been doing well and coming up the ground, dropping back across the half-forward line. An excellent player so far, but this is the first time they've had a real chance of a score.
There's Byrne going for their first goal, and of course he's put it through for a goal. So the scoreboard at the just on the 13-minute mark of this first quarter, it's North Melbourne 2 goals, 1-13 to Hawthorn, 1 goal, 7 points.
If Byrne does get in front, as you said before, Lou, there's every chance as we watch on replay. Byrne putting the ball forward, did hook it slightly, and the goal umpire coming across. And so we watch a little bit now as Byrne takes the mark, the front position. Crocker tried to punch it away, but not quite tall enough.
Centre bounce again into this first quarter by just on 13.5 minutes. It's 6 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. Picked up that time by Asiri. So not a good kick, grabbed here by Lester Smith. And I very rarely see this fella play a bad game. A chance for Passmore to mark, but he goes down, hits the turf, Platten overruns the ball. This gives Asiri a chance. He went down. Finally picked up now by Crocker as he sends the ball out wide. Oh, getting up high a little bit too early that time was Steele, but good plays. He got it back to McDonald, over to Jimmy Cracker. Jimmy drives the ball down there, looking for his brother, I should imagine, but good play on the part of Chris Mew, and the ball is out of bounds in the forward pocket, about 30 metres around from the North Melbourne goal. North Melbourne 2 goals, 1-13 to Hawthorn, 1 goal, 7 points. So it's a nip and tuck go from the start. But the game has certainly livened up. It got off to a slow start, but it's right now. Ball kicked back there towards Tuck. Tuck fumbles the ball, gets a hurried left footer back towards the wing position. Coming into meter now is Kennedy. Taps it over nicely. There's a go now for Howard. He went down pretty quickly. Kicked off the ground by Langford. Over it goes now to Sullivan. A good hand pass to Buckenara. Just about Hawthorn's best player in this first quarter. Up to Byrne. Well played by Crocker as the ball is tapped away as a go for Ackley. He picked it up better today. He was certainly fumbling on Monday as the ball goes out now, and a mark taken here by Howard again. Howard's in trouble, but he gets around his opponent Jonas okay. The ball to centre half forward, falls short. Demetrio goes to punch and goes down.
Oh.
So does Loveridge. The umpire calls play on. And
back.
Jimmy Cracker gives a hurried kick back there towards the centre of the ground. It bounces back, tapped over by German, but he copped 4 players there, couldn't get clear. Oh, there's a great tackle. Umpire said no play on. Jimmy Cracker goes down, and the umpire's going to pay a free kick. It'll go there to Jonas. Now, was that for the tackle, Bob, or what?
No, it was held when not in possession, Lou.
Tackle deserved a free, I must admit. Jonas's kick up towards McCann. Man in front is Chris Mute. Must be paid the mark. Good battle between those two at the moment.
Excellent mark, that.
I think McCann's a better player around the ground than in a fixed position, Bob.
Yes, it's interesting that Harris played full forward for South Adelaide.
Yes.
McCann has often done well in the ruck, and so I would be inclined to try Harris in his natural position.
I know that Malcolm Blight's a
But
big
they're in
rep.
front at the moment.
Yes.
Can't argue
We
with
might
that.
be bad judges.
Domenico has a chance, but I think the whistle might have gone. It's a North Melbourne free kick.
I know that Malcolm Blight's a very big rep for Harris.
That's probably why he's at North Melbourne.
That's right. He's
He's
only
enough
20
reason
years of age too, but he impressed on Monday, didn't he?
He did. He rucked very well.
Particularly early.
Short pass. McCann. Mew. Buckenara. Clatton. Russo. Langford right half-back flank. Ackerley. All the way.
Now this is more like the Ackerley we know, isn't it?
Yes. Hasn't fumbled tonight. As you said, Lou did fumble a little bit last week, and that's totally out of character for his game. McDonald gives the ball up the centre wing for North Melbourne. Out it comes to Russell Green, fires out a long hand pass to Big Deer, and it will beat him over the boundary line. So a boundary throw it on centre wing. And as we approach the 17-minute mark of the first quarter, North Melbourne again starting well. Deer wins that one. Can't find a Hawthorn rover. He's found Phil Cracker, and he won't fumble either. Gets it over to Law. Thinking about the Crackers, they always do something with it. Smith caught with the ball, very close to being penalised. Michael Byrne takes the mark at right half forward flank. Byrne with an awkward left foot kicking style up towards Kennedy, and Kennedy's grabbed the mark, has he? No. Shot for goal by Deputy Domenico is off target, out of bounds, I think it might be. Just about a mark.
Yeah, it was just about a mark, I'd reckon.
In fact, at VFL Park on Tuesday night in the Essendon Richmond Foster's Cup clash, they were paying like that. Deer tries to get the front position from Harris. It's a line ball, that one. Ackerley got 2 hands to it, so too Buckenara touching it. Nobody able to make much headway. It's out of bounds again. Still in Hawthorn's right forward pocket and almost in the identical position. North Melbourne leading Hawthorn 2-1 to 1-1. Goal kickers for the Kangaroos, Steele and Love. Byrne has Hawthorn's solitary major so far. Knocked down by Deer. Nobody can pick it up. That's a trip or holding a man or whatever.
You go to Loveridge.
Loveridge is the first free kick there. So Richard Loveridge has a chance to level the scores in the first term on Sevens Big League.
Apparently Loveridge and Platten tore Carlton apart last week, Peter.
Both have been fairly quiet so far, though.
Yes.
Loveridge about 40 metres out. On a pretty acute angle. Looks good from here, though, and scores 11 in Sevens Big League. 2-1 each of 2. First quarter in progress, some 18.5 minutes.
So there was no doubting the free kick, a poor tackle. And as we watch Richard Loveridge on replay, putting the ball forward, a very nice kick by Loveridge. And although Platten hasn't been dominating so far, his handball upfield has been excellent.
Just on the 19-minute mark of this first quarter, scores dead level. And I think if you can recall last year, these two sides played a draw in a night match, Pete.
Yes, the 106th draw in VFL history it was.
And we wait now for a free kick to McDonald. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball. The ball shot out wide now to that half-forward flank position. Tapped on nicely by Dwyer. There's a go now as the ball is picked up by Love. Back to Dwyer again in the forward pocket. A hurried snap towards the goals. Mule will be there and takes a safe mark down there in the back pocket. He goes across goal. It could be dangerous. Punched away by Jonas. Back it comes to Green. A good hand pass out to Langford. He's grabbed by McDonald. Nearly holding the ball. It's given Steele a bit of a break here. Quick hand pass to Jonas again. But that was a shocker by Jonas. And it's Robertson getting the ball back to Green. There's a go now for Lester Smith to take the ball away from the danger zone to Buckenara. No doubt Hawthorn's best player so far. Long kick, and this could be a goal. No, it's saved right on the line by Crocker. Ball short. Oh, too long for Atkins. Picked up by DP and a minute ago. Crocker again. He stumbles, taps the ball out wide. Picked up by Ackley. As we said before, not fumbling today. Out it goes to Demetrio. He gets under the ball. I thought he got one in the back. This allows Dwyer to pick it up. Got the wide open spaces over to Cracker. And it's Phil Cracker tripped. He'll get a free kick. Interfered with. And Cracker takes that free kick out there on the centre wing position. Short pass. Oh, that's a shocker from Phil Cracker. A terrible pass. No, they don't. Over it goes to Robertson. Back to Byrne. They get the ball over their half, or up towards their half-forward line. Tuck overruns the ball. In comes Smith. Ackley's there again, doing a great job in defence. As the ball goes out to Phil Cracker. Short pass. That's more like the Crackers. As we see Dwyer to take the mark. Doesn't know where to go. He does now. He goes for a pass. Lester Smith kicks it off the ground. Back to Demetrio. Not doing a bad job out there. Two on the wing position. Goes for a long kick. Coming in to meet it now is Steele. He's already kicked one goal. But there in defence, we see the ball grabbed that time by Howard.
Howard's kick now towards Sullivan, who takes the mark.
Hanley.
Chopper Hanley.
Oh, Chopper.
It's hard when they change their numbers.
8 used to be David O'Halloran. I can't remember what Hanley's old number was.
37.
Thanks, Bob. Michael Byrne in front. Buckenara, best man on the ground so far.
I would definitely shift to Dwyer right now.
Rodney Eade, left centre wing for Hawthorn. Had to beat the tribunal before he came to take his place in the field tonight. Did so. Michael Tuck trying to crash through. Did he have the ball? Passmore sockers it off the ground. Good bump by Jimmy Cracker. Green off the ground as well. Must be pretty slippery out there. Oh, who's got it around the net, or is it holding the ball? What's the matter? But running into a big bear. Crocker. Cracker.
It's his uncle, Davey.
Left half-back flank. Good long kick. Buckenara again. He's knocked up getting kicked so far in the first quarter. Lester Smith, the West Australians combined. Not a good hand pass, though, and it's all North Melbourne now. German can go long. He could just about score from there. Not accurate enough, though, and out of bounds in North Melbourne's forward pocket, and it will be a boundary throw-in. So boundary throw-in. Right forward pocket for North Melbourne. Score was dead level in the opening term. Reserve grade match here tonight saw Hawthorn get up to steal a 5-point win, 133 to 128. They got a goal at the 30-minute mark of the final quarter after North Melbourne had led all night. Kennedy taps it straight to Passmore, who says thanks very much, chips it down short. Beautiful pass. The mark taken for North Melbourne by Harris. Harris's kick is a goal.
That was a kick of a full forward, Bob, wasn't it?
It was a lovely kick, Lou.
No mistake about that. It was a goal. Second at lefty's boot. 3-1 to 2-1 at the MCG.
On replay, the short pass coming across to Harris, straightens up, and that's a beautiful kick. Not that it would have mattered if it had a drop short. We saw Jimmy Cracker there. Nobody near Jimmy Cracker. He would have taken the mark and kicked the goal anyway. 6
points the difference. And we're just over the 23-minute mark of this first quarter. North Melbourne in front. Clayton gets a hurried kick back towards centre half forward. It's okay. It's marked by Kennedy to Buckenara. No doubt the best player on the ground this first quarter. A long kick up there towards Ackley and Loveridge. In comes Crocker to help out. Down he goes. He got one on the back that time from Deere. So did Loveridge, I reckon, from Ackley. But the umpire said no. I suppose he said, well, fair to one, fair to all. Out of bounds on that forward pocket position, about 40 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. They're trailing by 6 points. Deere and McCann. Back it comes now to Assyria. Hurried kick back towards the centre of the ground. Oh, right, he has overrun that one. That's most unlike him. Back it goes again. A long hand pass to German. German's clear. North Melbourne full of running as Demetrio picks it up out there at half on the wing position. There's Harris going high over the pack. Recovered well as he gives a hand pass back to German again. A long kick at the goals. This looks good. It's a goal. Beautiful play on the part of it. So it's North Melbourne, 4 goals, 125 to Hawthorn, 2-1-13.
Yes, I know it's easy for us up here, Lou, but the more I see of Harris, the more I think I'd have him down there at full forward. He's got a great leap. He recovered beautifully afterwards, and yet maybe starting in the ruck and then going down to full forward might be just the thing, because Stephen McCann was in the centre bounce on that last occasion.
24.5 minutes gone. 12 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. They're 25 points to Hawthorn 13. Kennedy going through. He was grabbed that time. It's holding the ball against him. It'll go to Law. Hawthorn not looking that good.
Say that again.
They've made a lot of mistakes, and thank heavens they got Buckenara playing in their side because he's kept them in the play. There's the kick by Law. It's a long one down there towards the full forward position. Up gets Byrne, interfered with. He'll take the mark down there in that position. Over to Mew. Mew's kick is out wide. Coming in to meet it now is Atkins. He gets away from his opponent Langford that time. He's got too much pace. A hand pass back to from Steele back to Atkins again. But Byrne's in the way and take another nice mark in defence.
Here's Buckenara. Oh, beautiful sidestep. Buckenara, as Lou mentioned, keeping Hawthorn in the game. Without him, they would indeed be lost at the moment. They already trailed by 2. Deer. Long shot. Could be a goal. Not bad. 4 points.
Wonderful recovery there, Pete, by Greg Deer. It's rare that you see a big player who got shoved over after he took the mark. And we watch on replay now. And Deer, very quick to pick himself up and straight away. And maybe, you know, we could have been critical if he'd been caught, but he wasn't caught. A beautiful goal by Greg Deer.
And a badly needed one for Hawthorn to bring them to within, once again, 6 points. 25 and a quarter minutes have gone in the first quarter. 25 plays 19.
You've mentioned that Buckenara is probably the best player, Pete. He's had 13 possessions so far.
Golly.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? Platten's kick up the Deer again. Oh, bad hand pass. Tried to get it out to Robertson, who still may have a chance, but Smith is there with him. If he'd done that on Monday, would have been penalised for a throw. Socket out of bounds by Dwyer. A boundary throw in on centre wing.
Well, there might have been a push in the back there too.
Good crowd here tonight for this match. McCann and Byrne. Tuck. Robertson went through, didn't take the ball. Now he's got a second opportunity. Platten gets it out. Good hand pass. Russo's kick out of bounds on the full. Free kick to North Melbourne. And the recipient will be either Dwyer or Law.
Pete, this crowd's built up since the start of the game. I'd reckon it's pretty close to 30,000.
Yeah, I think it might be raining.
It is light rain, Bob. Light rain. Hasn't rained in Melbourne for yonks. It chooses tonight. The last day it rained was Moomba Monday, wasn't it, or thereabouts?
When Batman got here, I'm not quite sure.
Came down a little bit heavier that day, especially early in the morning. So boundary, or not a boundary throw, but a bounce on centre wing.
There's no umbrellas going up, probably because nobody brought any.
Be good enough reason too. Knocked down by McCann. Intercepting was Russo. Ears can't get the ball out. Could have almost been penalised for holding it. Michael Byrne, right centre wing. He kicked 1 goal for Hawthorn so far. That won't be a score. Up towards their forward line. Ackley, you're too high, surely.
Come on down there in defence, Ackley, tonight.
Yes. If Buckenara is the best, Ackley's probably second best.
That's right.
Yes. Ackley short pass to Passmore. Up towards centre wing again. North Melbourne through Love. Down towards the right half forward flank for the Kangaroos. Off the hands, out of bounds, and a boundary throw.
Into this quarter by just over 28.5 minutes. A goal the difference. 4 goals, 1-25 North Melbourne to Hawthorn 3-1-19 as the ball comes back into play from North Melbourne's half forward line. Tapped on by Byrne, knocked on by Love, punched on again by Jimmy Cracker's a chance for a series to score. If he can pick it up, he fumbles. He's grabbed by Smith. Lester Smith, a shot at goal, won't make the distance. And it finally hits the post and it's out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in right against the North Melbourne's point post. A chance for them to score here now. Pressure on the Hawthorn defence. Ball back into play again. Byrne in front. Going high was Harris. He can certainly fly. Picked up by Platten. Platten's kick is a hurried one back towards the centre of the ground. Passmore couldn't grab the ball. By golly, Sullivan copped a heavy one then. Passmore's grabbed that. Will be holding the ball against him. Strong tackle by Kennedy. Got to go back. Ayres was trying to sneak away with that one, but the umpire collared him.
I don't think the Hawthorn fans have felt they've had the best of the umpiring so far.
Waiting now as quick. They're going to call it back again. Come on, John. John Kennedy with the ball now, round about the centre half back position. Of course, his father's coach of the opposition here tonight. Punched out by the defence. Oh, well, actually, Platten taps the ball back there to Sullivan. A hand pass comes out to Loveridge. Blacked up Platten. A snap at goal. This is a good kick, but Mark no touched on the line that time. by Atkinson, and that's the end of the first quarter, and we see North Melbourne in front. 4 goals, 125 to Hawthorn, 3-1-19.
Second quarter from the night game at the MCG. North Melbourne lead by 6 points, 4-1 to 3-1. Goal kickers for the Kangaroos, Steele, Harris, German and Love. Knocked down by Byrne, who was one of Hawthorn's better players in the opening quarter. Russell Green for kick number 5 out towards the centre wing. Sullivan, Handley. Free kick going Hawthorn's way. And it will be taken by Chopper Handley at left centre wing.
Buckenara does have a different opponent now. He's got John Law.
Not surprising, Bob, because he had 13 possessions in the first quarter, 9 kicks.
Well, John Law knows a little bit about defensive play.
So does this guy, Ackley, who kicks it out of bounds. Not on the full. Boundary throw it on centre wing. He was certainly one of North Melbourne's better players in the opening quarter too. And they had many.
No, I think I've got to apologise. Dwyer now lining up on Buckenara again.
Oh, well, been for a busy night. I think if we can take the first quarter as any sort of a yardstick, Demetriou gets clear of Buckenara. I thought could have taken it, mate.
Easily.
Well, obviously there was no talking from the players around him. He's not to know who is coming across or whatever else it might be, and sometimes it's better to be safe than not. And it's the players around that have to do the talking.
Knocked away by Harris. Jimmy Cracker, kick number 7. Russo leading in the race for the ball with Demetriou out to Ackley, who's beating Platten at the moment.
Had him well covered.
Yes, he has. Demetriou playing well. Short pass. Jonas on left centre. Looks for a lead. Player unmarked in the centre is Harris. Over the top of Sullivan. On to Passmore. Passmore just down from the circle to half forward. Up goes McCann and Byrne. It rebounds to Love for goal number 2 if he's accurate, and he is not. 1 behind, so North Melbourne lead by 7 points at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter.
7 points the difference. Waiting now for Mew to bring the ball back into play. I think Hawthorn are one of the very few sides in the league that use their regular fullback to kick the ball off too, Bob.
Well, they might change occasionally, Lou, but Mew's a pretty good kick, and I think Jonesy would rather get the long way from goal as Langford goes forward.
Long kick by Langford off target, but it's a safe kick. It's out of bounds up towards Hawthorn's half-forward line. They're trailing by 7 points. We wait now for the throw-in, about 75 to 80 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. They've found it hard to break through this North Melbourne defence. Buckenara has been a real star, but not many other blokes are starring for them. As they go now for Loveridge, been a quiet player, taps it over to Lester Smith. His kick is well smelled by Passmore. He backs up well too. He picks it up on the rebound, drives it over the half-forward line. Looking there for Phil Cracker in the front posse. Right on his tail now is Loveridge. He taps the ball
out of bounds.
He's got it again. Now the umpire signaling out of bounds.
It wasn't then, it was before.
Yeah, the first time was out, but he missed that one, the umpire. So it's out of bounds about 40 metres around from the North Melbourne goal.
We'll watch on replay now. It certainly was out.
Ball back now to Phil Cracker. Hooks the ball high. Won't make the distance. It may go out of bounds on the full. He couldn't miss that one. So it's out of bounds on the full. A penalty free kick to go down there to Mew in the back pocket. 7 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne into this second quarter by just over 3.5 minutes. Ball back into play again. Byrne in front. Punched out up by Harris. A hand pass from Langford. Not a good one. It was a bad one, but it was well smothered by North Melbourne.
Yes, and Passmore again, Lou. That's a smother off the boot in the middle, and now the smother there from the hand pass. So 2 excellent pieces of rebound football from Passmore.
Well, you were full of praise for him on Monday too, but he put up a pretty good performance too. There's a hand pass coming out to Loveridge from Green over to Kennedy. Back it goes to Russo. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. Deere got one hand to it, backing up beautifully that time was Smith. Goes for a short pass. Too long for a series. He's got a chance now. Bit of fumbling by Ayres. That's the first time I've seen him hesitate for a long time. Picked up by Demetriou. He better get rid of it. He does. Goes out wide looking for Cracker. Jimmy Cracker couldn't hold that. It was picked up that time by, Eade. Eade with a hand pass back now to Lester Smith, doing pretty well in defence. A long kick. up towards the full forward position off the top of the pack, grabbed again by Smith. He goes out wide to the flank on the members' side. North Melbourne there on their own, still coming in to pick it up. He's got plenty of time to do something with this one. He goes for a pass to Harris, took that too casually, but he tackled Byrne beautifully, and the umpire said it's holding the ball. That was a good bit of play after he'd made that mistake. Short pass to Asiri, gets around Ayres, kicks the ball long up towards the full forward position. Tuck couldn't hold that mark, in go the two crackers. They bumped into each other then. Love steers his way through the pack. Back it goes to Phil Cracker, over to Jimmy. A hand pass coming over now to Jonas, back to Jimmy. A goal! Brilliant play on the part of North Melbourne by the Crackers. They nearly messed it up when they ran into each other there before. But 5 goals, 2-32 North Melbourne to Hawthorn 3-1-19.
They may have nearly messed it up, Lou, but they really recovered. As there's a collision between the two of them. It's picked up by Love. He's well tackled, gets a hand pass back to Phil Cracker, onto Jimmy Cracker, over the top to Jonas. He can't get boot to ball, almost underneath the Hawthorn player with that hand pass, and delightful football from Jimmy Cracker to finish it off with a goal.
So North Melbourne doing it well from Hawthorn at the moment. Their teamwork is better understanding between the Kangaroos at the moment, and they've got Hawthorn's measure at this stage of the match. Byrne off the carpet, which is pretty slippery at the moment. North Melbourne playing a better brand of night football. Judge on the ground for Hawthorn to give their forward line some bite that it needed, because they've been playing pretty ordinary football down there. Dwyer, except for Buckenara, who's about best on the ground. Gary Ayres. Buckenara again, can't beat two of them. Now he can, beautifully done. Hand passes a gem onto Loveridge. Loveridge fumbles though, still a chance for Hawthorn. Sullivan holding the ball. No, says the umpire. It will be a bounce about 15 metres out from the Hawthorn goal.
Bad fumble by Loveridge that time. He was clear and running, Bob.
Yes, again, I think no talking from teammates around him, Lou, because he really was clear and running, and it's up to those players around to do the talking.
About 20 players around this bounce. 2 North Melbourne players thump it over the boundary line. It will be a boundary throw-in Hawthorn's right forward pocket, who are still to add to their quarter-time total. The second quarter in progress, 7 minutes.
So far, Hawthorn have gotten themselves in just as much trouble as North Melbourne have caused.
Kennedy, left foot snapshot, well off target. It won't be a score. It could be out of bounds. No. Law. Well, he doesn't miss marks like that as a rule, John Law. But North Melbourne playing it safe. It's out of bounds. And again, it will be a boundary throw-in. Robertson to come back on. And it's going to be Sullivan coming off, I think, for Hawthorn. Deere contesting with Harris. Deere wins it. Platten gets overrun, picked up by Judge. Snapshot for goal by Kennedy. Out of bounds or behind. So 1 point to Hawthorn. 3-2 to 5-2. They trail by 2 goals.
Just the same, that defence, particularly Ackley's not giving Platten much latitude down there to cause much damage, Bob.
And the whole defence has been tight, Lou. The North Melbourne defence. In fact, North Melbourne right around the ground have done well.
They have. Got Hawthorn's measure as it comes out with Steele from Dwyer. Steele on right centre wing. Handley giving chase. North Melbourne's ball handling and disposal has been much better than Hawthorn's. Back to Asiri, not a good hand pass, picked up by Platten. No one to give it to. Now he sees Russell Green at the edge of the square. Green takes the mark. As Cracker cannons into a Hawthorn opponent, but it's picked up by Ayres at centre field. Ayres goes long, straight down to half forward. Rebounds to Robertson off the hands of Deere. Passmore giving chase. He can't smother that one. That could even be a goal, but it's not. One behind. And so it's 3-3. Hawthorn's total. North Melbourne 5-2. 8.5 minutes gone.
12 points the difference. 8.5 minutes gone into this second quarter. The ball back into play by Smith. Passmore in front. Pushed away by Robertson. Coming in to meet it now as Ackley taps it over, but it's the wrong man. Ball driven up there by Howard. And the ball is through for
out of bounds
on the full, and Smith will take the free kick. Well, it's become the battle of defences. Both sides finding it hard to break clear in this first 10 minutes of play. There's a good mark to Byrne. He hasn't played a bad game tonight either. Kick by Byrne is a long one into the goal square just about. Oh, there's a great mark to Judge. And this fella's on the ground now, and he can swing a game in a matter of 3 or 4 minutes.
That's the value of players like Judge. You can bring them off the bench, and they're very, very hard to contain because he's an excellent mark for his size, and very, very hard to just keep out of the game.
Well, we've seen him do that many times. Come on after being out for a quarter or so and kick 4 goals in 5 minutes, and the game's all over. Judge comes in for his first goal, and there's no mistake about that one. It's a goal. So it's 5 goals, 2-32 North Melbourne, to Hawthorn, 4 goals, 3:27 into this quarter by just over 9.5 minutes.
So I do notice, as we watch on replay, an excellent mark by Ken Judge from a different angle. That looks equally good from that angle. But at the other end of the ground, Tuck going on and off the ball with Jimmy Cracker, and so Russell Green on and off with Arceri.
10 minutes into this second quarter, 5 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. Knocked out again, that time by Love over to Jimmy Cracker. He drives the ball well over the half-forward line. Ball punched away from Cracker by Eade. He recovers well too as he picks it up on the rebound. And there's a good mark taken out there by Atkins. Atkins with the ball, who played so well last Monday after half-time. He's got a lot of pace too as the ball goes back there. Flying high with Steele, couldn't hold the mark. Love tries to tap it on, but Mew won't give in. McCann gets it out and out of Love. He's got to pick this up. He's clear of well tackled by Green, a beautiful tackle. Picked up by Russo. They take the ball back to the half-back line, but Cracker's head. Jimmy Cracker gives the hand pass back to Dwyer. He goes for a short pass, and Arceri's got it. The little fella's about 40 metres out from goal. Let's see what he's going to do with this one. Oh, he's gone for a short pass, left unattended as Harris. He's already kicked one goal. He'd be about 45 metres out from goal directly in front. Well, it could be, it'll be a good kick if he gets it, let's say that.
If he kicks it like his previous one, Lou, he's every chance.
Let's see what he can do with it. It's South Australia. That's a long kick. It's coming around nicely for a goal. So they're in front by 11 points, North Melbourne. North Melbourne, 6 goals, 2:38 to Hawthorn, 4 goals, 3:27.
A good play a couple of times in this quarter. He's made position across the ground, and it's been bad play by Michael Byrne because he has gone down the ground and thought they were going to go for the big kick, but the big fellow Harris was waiting across the field. That time it cost a goal.
So Hawthorn not performing too well at the MCG in their last 2 outings here. The grand final, we all know. 38-27 in favour of the Kangaroos. 12 minutes gone in the second quarter, and North Melbourne doing everything right so far. It's going to be a bounce from umpire Clayton.
I reckon Love dropped that then.
I'd agree with you.
Just off the circle. Knocked down by Byrne. Hits it straight to Jimmy Cracker. Michael Tuck fumbles. Off the ground, Jonas. North Melbourne go into attack again. Their forward players been much better than Hawthorn's. Gary Ayres onto Lester Smith. Lester Smith from half-back. At the back is Ackley. Passmore. And those two have been like the Rock of Gibraltar down there for the Kangaroos. Be a mark or free kick to Lester Smith. The free kick, he was held. Lester Smith at the right half-back flank. Well, Loveridge, it came to him, perhaps a little bit surprised. Robertson goes for the knock-on, hits it to Ackley. And it's going to be a bounce on centre wing. DP Domenico to come on for Hawthorn. And coming off is Handley, so plenty of changes swung by Alan Jeans. So far all to no avail because the Kangaroos have led from the bounce. They've got a handy lead at the moment, 5-3 or 6-2 to 4-3. Picked up by Loveridge. His kick is out of bounds on the full. And Hawthorn not able to get into gear at all tonight.
North Melbourne putting a lot of pressure on their smart players too, Pete.
Love. Into the centre, Demetriou. Well, North Melbourne's disposal's been much better, hasn't it?
Certainly has. Playing with a bit more purpose.
Much more purpose. Like that, onto Dwyer. Son of Twinkle Toes, straight down the throat of McCann. Great mark.
And let's pay full marks to Dwyer. In the first quarter, he was cut to pieces by Buckenara. North decided to leave him at half-back, something that I personally would not have done. I would have shifted him away from Buckenara, but in this quarter, Dwyer has had the better of Buckenara, so it's been a good move in this term anyway.
I haven't seen Buckenara at all. Stephen McCann, who's usually a good long kick, that one's no exception. The accuracy is terrific. Splendid kick by McCann, and North Melbourne looking pretty good at the moment. 7-2 to 4-3, 44 to 27 at the 14-minute mark of the term.
It was a lovely kick, so that's 2 great goals. One by Harris, one by McCann as we watch the mark on replay. And there's not much chance for a fullback when you get a pass like that from David Dwyer.
Certainly isn't, Bob.
So goal kickers for North Melbourne, 2 to Harris and singles to German, Love McCann, Steele, and then Jim Cracker.
14 and a half minutes gone of this second quarter. 17 points the difference. North Melbourne 44 to 27. They're looking all right, North. Well, that was knocked out by Byrne. Demetrio's cutting the pieces around the set. He's played a great game too as the ball goes back there, and a good mark taken here by
I think Howard's changed his grounds.
Howard it is. That's a nice way to do it for you. Howard's got the number with 5. Platten taps the ball on and it's out of bounds away from Ackley. But Ackley's had those Rovers pretty well covered down there in defence.
Howard coming off the ground now. I think you've got 55 on his jumper, hasn't he?
I think he might have.
Yep.
Waiting there for the ball to come back into play from Hawthorn's half-forward line. The back is Love. He didn't get that knockout. Kennedy tries to break clear of the pack. Going through is Law. It's a hurried kick back out towards the wing position, and Jonas has got the mark. So North Melbourne looking really good. 17 points in front. Jonas's kick is over the half-forward line. Ball punched away that time by Green. Cracker run into his own mate, McDonald. Ayres' kick is smothered. Hey, golly, he's made a few mistakes today. He can't get clear tonight, Ayres, and he's in. Finally, we find the ball out of bounds up towards the centre wing position. Just on the 16-minute mark at 7-2-44 North Melbourne to Hawthorn 4-3-27. Phil Cracker's grabbed. Ayres gets a hand pass to Russo. Not a good one. He's grabbed by Demetrio. Plenty of scrambly play there. Kicked off the ground again by Jonas. Loveridge's kick is a bad one, and a good mark taken here by Dwyer. As Bob said, he's come back into the game. Out it goes now to Atkins. It takes the mark, and deep here a minute ago. Collars him. It'll get a 15-metre penalty. This brings him down nearly to the half-forward line, and a big chance to send North Melbourne deep into attack. It's gone for a short pass. Out to Jonas. It's too long. He and Loveridge have a race for the ball here on the boundary line. And very wisely, Loveridge takes it over to play it safe there. The ball out of bounds, about 45 metres around from the North Melbourne goal. And they're in front by 17 points. The crowd round about the 30,000 mark, I would say. Back it goes now to Atkins. Gets all actually through that away. Loveridge punched on, looking for to beat deep here to Menico. A bit of a fumble going on. The ball is out of bounds. Still about 60 metres around from the North Melbourne goal on their half-forward flank position. 7-2 plays 4-3. North Melbourne really hanging in there tonight. Byrne, well, McDonald got on the back of him that time, I thought, but the umpire's going to ball it up out there on the centre wing position. Into this second quarter by 17 minutes. 44 North Melbourne to Hawthorn 27.
Bounce to right half-forward flank for North Melbourne. Knocked away by Byrne. Eade gets it to Langford. Langford up to centre wing. Dwyer and Judge the Flyers. Comes down to Smith. Russo. Out to Ayres. Around Jonas. John Law standing his ground pretty well. German. Well, North Melbourne cutting Hawthorn the ribbons at the moment. Hawthorn don't look like getting going at all. Steele, Arceri. And they'll win by a minute the way they're going, the Kangaroos. McCann, he's kicked one.
That's the second one a series given him, Bob.
Just about within kicking distance too.
As Peter said earlier, North Melbourne's disposal is so far superior of Hawthorn's at the moment it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's a goal. Ripper. What a great goal. Well, good night, Hawks, tonight. McCann putting through his second, 8-2 to 4-3. 50 plays, 27, and the Kangaroos looking finals prospects already.
It's not just the disposal of North Melbourne, it's the fact that they've got somebody to kick to. There's always somebody there for North Melbourne. They're working hard, and they're not only busier, they're using the ball better because they've got a player moving, such as now. McCann giving the lead, and at the other end of the ground there hasn't been a similar piece of play.
18 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter. The Kangaroos go further ahead with the second goal to Stephen McCann. He joined Harris as North Melbourne's leading goal kicker. And Hawthorn looking a little bit sore after last Monday's encounter at VFL Park. Kennedy's on centre wing. Looks for Handley. Handley up to half forward. Buckenara. Mark Endell free kick. No, neither. Dwyer. Dwyer getting the better of him in this term. German.
Bad miss by Buckenara.
It was, wasn't it? Looked to be a mark. Cracker on his own. Aren't they always, those guys? Cracker could get a 15-metre penalty. Trivial, but nonetheless correct. Left half forward for North Melbourne. It's McDonald, not a good hand pass. It lets Platten in, and Platten doesn't need too many opportunities to be a match winner. cut out tonight, though, by Ackley in the main. Robertson and Passmore. Robertson looking for a free kick. He didn't get one. Tries to get it back to Platten. Robertson again. And a good smother by Passmore. And that's the third time tonight that he's done that. And I'm sure John Kennedy will be really pleased.
Well, I think he'd be pleased with the tackling of the entire side, because they're really smothering the ball every chance they get.
That's where Kennedy has the advantage. He knows the Hawthorn players so well, and making full use of it tonight. This is Phil Cracker, gets around Kennedy. Up to centre wing. Deer to Loveridge. Loveridge's left footer onto Buckenara. Stolen by Dwyer, but he couldn't make the most of that. Scooped out by Ayres and turned to Dippy Domenico to Buckenara to Green. Green's left foot snapshot. They need a goal badly here, Hawthorn, but they're not going to get one. The mark taken by Crocker.
Good defence by North Melbourne. Crocker's kick is out wide, looking there for Phil Cracker. A long hand pass over to Atkins on his own out there. They're running wild, North Melbourne, as he drives the ball around towards Love and Green, but Love's got too much for Eid, I should say. Drops the ball short. A chance for Jimmy Cracker. Let's see what he can do with it. He's gone for a pass to Jonas. Couldn't hold that mark. Good interception by Lester Smith. Taps the ball back there to Hanley. But it's a wild kick out towards the wing position. Law's there. He's grabbed by DP and a minute ago goes down. Picked up by Green. Now's a chance as the ball goes out to Kennedy on the centre wing position. A pass, and Buckenara, no, it's Judge that's got this one. So Judge out there at half forward. A good distance out from goal. Looking for Buckenara. Oh, Dwyer went up too long. Buckenara's got a chance to score. Running shot at goal. He might have put this one through. He has. It's a good shot by Buckenara. Now that's a bit of a change for Hawthorn. 5 goals, 3-33 to North Melbourne. 8 goals, 250.
Well, it's probably the first time that Buckenara has won the ball in this quarter, but it's just what Hawthorn needed. That type of goal. And they've been a little bit fortunate because he was almost covered. But still, nonetheless, all that matters is he's got the goal on the board. So Hawthorn with their a badly needed goal. North Melbourne, though, playing all over them in this term.
17 points the difference, just over the 21.5-minute mark of this second quarter. Love against Deer, knocked out by Deer. Well smothered by Law, but he ran into a brick wall that time, couldn't get clear. A stack up in the centre of the ground, and the umpire will build it up. Ball it up, I should say. A ball up in the centre of the ground. 17 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. The game has certainly livened up since the first 5 minutes. It was pretty tame. A chance for DP Domenico getting away from Jimmy Cracker, but he's got him now. DP Domenico still gets his kick. And up goes Smith, who's not doing a bad job there in defence. Buff takes a nice mark down there in the back pocket.
They're very solid.
Smith's kick is back towards the centre of the ground. Flying high with Steele, couldn't hold the mark. Backing up well as usual is Demetrio. Demetrio out there on the centre wing position, goes for a pass. Punched away again by Lester Smith. Back it goes now again to Harris. Has a long shot at goal. It's a long kick. Will it make the distance? It does, but it's off target and through for 1 point. So it's 18 points the difference now. 8 goals, 351 North Melbourne to Hawthorn. 5 goals, 333 as we approach the 23-minute mark of this, the second quarter.
Lester Smith this time to kick the ball back, favouring the member stand side, where he finds Hawthorn's fullback in Chris Mew. Mew a pass up to the centre wing position. The mark taken by Ayres. Over the top to Green. Green. Robertson. Trying to find Judge. About Hawthorn's only effective forward with Buckenara. It's out of bounds. Half forward flank for the Hawthorn side at the 23.5-minute mark of the second term. North Melbourne looking like the grand finalist of last year and not the Hawks at the moment. Knocked down by McCann, picked up by Platten, gets tackled well by Smith. Stalemate develops yet again, and it's going to be a bounce.
Bob, they're not giving Platten and Loveridge much chance to break away, are they? As soon as they get the ball, they pounce on them.
Well, that's the way it should be, Lou. Very quick tackling, and they're not getting much assistance though from their big men.
Bounce again. McCann wins that one. Ball out towards the centre square. McDonald may get there first. Deer's into his back, all over him like a rash. Loveridge. Ackley fumbles. Platten in front of McDonald. Might have got a push in the back. Ackley comes out with the ball. The free kick's there. Fans of both sides looking for them, but the umpire says none. And again, we'll see a bounce. It's all North Melbourne there, but Buckenara over the top of 4 players, taps it down, picked up by Atkins. Looks for Demetriou. He will pick it up eventually, I'm sure. No, he doesn't. Did he have the ball? He was bouncing it. No, the umpire said he punched it. Pretty close. I didn't see a punch there, I must admit. But he's closer than we are. McDonald, oh, great mark! Just play that. Well, Big Mac takes one at left half-back flank and gets a 15-metre penalty. Here it is again. Yes, good mark.
Big Mac got that with a lot, Pete,
He did indeed. Well played. Atkins, and he played well last week. Jonas. North Melbourne looking a much better side tonight. He played on, paid the penalty. No, he didn't.
He did play on.
I thought he did.
Certainly did.
No doubt he played on.
Gully was lucky to get away with that.
Well, we'll get umpire Russo a bike. North play on. And we've been showing Hawthorn a clean pair of heels so far. Thacker can't handle it. Eade back to Buckenara. On to Gary Ayres. Here's down to right half forward, trying to find Lugridge. Too long for him. Might bounce okay. It does. He picks it up and has a snapshot at goal, but it's out of bounds, is it? It is now. And it will be a boundary throw-in in Hawthorn's right forward pocket as we enter the time-on period.
Just on 26 minutes gone of this second quarter. 18 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. Ball out of bounds about 20 metres around from the Hawthorn goal. Well, they're looking a little bit better now, Hawthorn, but they've been under tremendous pressure all night. The tackling and disposal of North Melbourne has been well on top of Hawthorn. Ball comes back now to Judge. He kicks it off the ground, but it's through for 1 point. So it's 17 points the difference now. Point to Hawthorn. 8-3-51 to Hawthorn, 5-4-34. Short pass could have been dangerous, but it's marked by Atkins. A short pass to Dwyer. Dwyer's out there in the back pocket position right on the boundary line. Another short pass and marked here by Demetriou up towards the centre wing on the members' side of the ground. Played a fair game too, Peter.
He has played well, hasn't he, coming back after injury?
Well, they've had many good players. Oh, that's Langford flying high. Couldn't hold the mark. Going through with one in the back was Cracker, and Jimmy Cracker will take the free kick out there on the centre wing position, ready to send North Melbourne back into attack. It's a short pass. It's okay, and it's marked by McDonald out there at half forward. Another short pass. They're messing about North Melbourne. Back it goes to McDonald. He'd be better off going for the big kick, but now a short pass, and Jimmy Cracker's got it now out there at half forward. Oh, they're messing about. They should go for the long kick. We see Ackley fumble that, kicked off the ground by DPL a minute ago. Backing up there is McCann, can't get clear. He grabs Russo by the leg, and the umpire spotted it. And he'll get the free kick. Russo at centre field. A long kick up there looking for Byrne. They all fly. No one can take the mark. It hits the deck. Kicked off the ground by Crocker. Back it goes now to Law. He ran into trouble. A hand pass goes astray. Platten gets one back to Kennedy. Over to Byrne. Back to Green. Oh, too long. It's set play on, and rightly so, the umpire. That's past Moore. He had nowhere to go. I thought he got one in the back. Then Byrne picks it up on the boundary line. Still not out of bounds. Has a hurried snap at goal. He might have got this. Now it's through for 1 point. So it's 16 points the difference. Well, there was a few mistakes made there by both sides, Bob.
Yes, but a lot of pressure applied, Lou, and they did slip and slide a little bit. It wasn't the sort of mistake that you could be critical of the players for.
Over 28 minutes now in this second quarter. 16 points the difference. 51 plays, 35 in favour of North Melbourne. The ball back towards the centre half-back position. Lester Smith was grabbed, didn't have the ball, and he'll certainly take a free kick at that centre half-forward position for Hawthorn. Always a good player, this fellow. Let's see what he can do with this kick. It's a long kick. Covers the distance okay, but he's off target and it's out of bounds on the full. And the penalty free kick will go to McCann down there in the back pocket. Of course, McCann is changing over with Harris at full forward, having a spell each in the ruck. Getting high that time was German. Been a little bit quiet tonight. Well, you've got to compare his game with last week. The ball finally comes back towards that half-back line for North Melbourne. A scrimmage develops there, and the umpire will ball it up. Still about 65 metres out from the Hawthorn goal, and they're trailing by 16 points. And there's the siren to win the second quarter. So at half-time, it's North Melbourne 8 goals, 351 to Hawthorn 5 goals, 535.
Sevens Big League, the third quarter of the big Friday night game at the MCG. North Melbourne lead by 16 points, 8-3 to 5-5. Can Hawthorn come back? Deer wins that one, tries to get it to Platten. This quarter starting on the ball. Tuck overruns that one, might get a free kick. Bob, where's he playing now on the forward line somewhere?
Centre half forward, Pete. 15-metre penalty brings him over the centre square line. And if Michael Tuck got onto it, and he could put it right, there'd be every chance.
Yes, very good kick. Michael Tuck from a long way out. Ball pretty slippery though. This drizzle still falling. It's long. Not long enough, though, insofar as Hawthorn are concerned. Platten goes over at the crucial moment. Loveridge getting bundled out of the road. Kennedy went between his legs that time. In goes Atkins. And it's going to be a ball up.
Very slippery out there now. That rain hasn't stopped for the last half an hour, Pete.
It's not heavy, Lou, is it? It's just a persistent drizzle.
Well, it's enough to make it very slippery.
It makes it worse, actually.
That's right.
Knocked down by Byrne. Ackerley caught by Judge. Has he got the ball? Holding the ball.
I do not agree.
That was a push at the back for sure.
They allowed the advantage rule, which at that position on the ground, again, I do not believe. And I cannot have it that was not a free kick the other way.
Let's watch it again. It's a goal to Hawthorn. That's what it. That's the bottom line.
He had his hand on the shoulder and running to the ground. Now, if that's not a free kick to the player, the player made the play.
The end result was a goal to Hawthorn, kicked by John Kennedy, his first. 8-3 to 6-5 now as we approach the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. A valuable goal to Hawthorn, certainly. Knocked down by Deer again. Not doing a bad job in the centre. Picked up by German. His kick smothered. Knock on by Deer. Platten's kick is short. Out towards left half forward flank. Loose ball here. Race forward. Ackerley might get there first. No, Judge beats him to it. Tries to get it back to Loveridge. Picked up by Green. Green onto Byrne with the left foot. That's his correct kicking foot. Out of bounds on the full though. And it will be a free kick to North Melbourne at the 2-minute mark.
At the 2-minute mark, the difference now only 10 points. A debatable goal kicked that time by Hawthorn, but still they're all there. It's on the scoreboard. You can't take it down. Oh, flying high with 3 Hawthorn players there. Picked up by DPN a minute ago. This looks dangerous. A running shot at goal. Well, it's 1 point. So it's 9 points the difference with Hawthorn bouncing back in this third quarter. And we expected that. They played so well against Carlton last Monday. 51 plays 42 in favour of North Melbourne. Ball goes out there towards Russ. Hope Crockett's there with him too, but it's finally tapped out of bounds. Out of bounds on that half-forward line for Hawthorn, about 70 metres around from their goal. I think we expected a bit of a rebound from Hawthorn, Bob.
We always expect Hawthorn to be in there pitching all of the time, but North Melbourne play exactly the same brand, though, Lou.
Ball knocked out by Byrne. Comes down towards Jimmy Crackham in a bit of trouble. Grabbed by Tuck. He actually threw that away. He may have been a bit lucky, and the umpire said no, it's out of bounds on the full. And there'll be a throw-in from that forward pocket position about 50 metres around.
Even if it wasn't a throw, you could say it was deliberate.
I'd reckon. Ball back into play again. Byrne dominating those knockouts. Gets to Law. It's not a good kick. Flying high that time was Steele. That's a gutsy mark.
Good mark.
Good mark to Steele. This fella's got a bit of ability too. Resting there with Tuck. Still down there in the back pocket. Umpire bringing him back as he tried to sneak away with the ball. There's a hand pass to Passmore in a bit of trouble. Over it goes to Dwyer. He tries to get his collared, but he played it safe. Good play on the part of Dwyer there. He had no hope of getting rid of it, so he went straight for the boundary line. So it's on the North Melbourne half-back line. Kennedy in front. At the back there is Harris. Harris got the knockout. That's Ayres driving the ball back towards centre half forward. Atkins goes the tap on towards Ackley. Juggles the ball. Gets a hurried kick back towards the centre of the ground. Oh, was that a free kick to German? The umpire said no as it comes out to Love. The ball kicked wide out towards the half-forward line. Kicked off the ground again by Hawthorn. Over to Loveridge. Langford picks it up. Nearly lost it. Another hand pass coming back there. And we see the ball driven up there by Hawthorn again. A long kick. That was from Deer. And a safe mark taken in defence there, this time by Crocker. Crocker with the ball. With 4.5 minutes gone. The difference now 9 points in favour of North Melbourne.
It's a centre wing. Knocked down by Howard, wearing Guernsey number 55. Love, Demetriou, one of North Melbourne's better players tonight, certainly. Deed and Cracker. It's Phil Cracker. And Phil might win this one out. He does. They always do something with the ball. Not on this occasion, though. Good smother by Loveridge. Demetriou's there again. Playing the game of his life, Andy Demetriou. After Big McCann knocked away by Chris Muir, it's out of bounds. in Hawthorn's left back pocket. Right forward pocket for the Kangaroos, 51-42.
There's excellent play down there by North Melbourne, and as you said, Pete, Demetrio, right from the moment this game started, he's been on top on that wing.
Knocked down again by Deer. North Melbourne can't control it once more. It's probably a little bit further away from the goal, but it matters not in distance there. And once again, a boundary throw in. Deer looking for the front position. Knocked down by McDonald, pushed on by Mew. Opportunity for Russo. And a good decision to soccer it off the ground because it gets it up the centre wing, picked up by Dwyer as if it were a dry day. Arsiri. And both players falling over there. That's Mew in, playing a safe game. Mew, long kick. 2 North Melbourne players there, and the mark taken by Passmore. And his blocking and tackling tonight has been excellent. 3 excellent smothers, I think, in that second quarter. Stuff that coaches really like. Hawthorn again, run it out of the back line. Gary Ayres up towards the wing position. Crocker gets around Michael Tuck. Beautiful pass. The recipient is German. German goes inboard looking for Arsiri or Harrison. The taller of the 2 players takes the grab. He plays on. Long kick by the former South Australian, trying to find McCann. It's knocked away by Mew again. Arsiri, always dangerous, close to goals. This should be a 6-pointer if he's accurate. Not quite long enough. And off the hands of the pack, actually punched through by Rod Lester-Smith for a behind.
It's a good piece of defensive play by Lester-Smith.
8-4 to 6-6, 10 points still in favour of North Melbourne.
And we're just over the, just on the 7-minute mark of this third quarter. Short pass, grabbed by Deer. A hurried kick. He was put off balance a bit. Coming in to meet it is Buckenara. Shrugged his opponent off. Good plays. He gets it over to Platten. Another hand pass back to Byrne. This looks dangerous. A long kick up there towards Judge at the back. He flies, couldn't hold the mark. He was well covered by Smith, and good play on the part of Smith.
Free kick.
It'll be a free kick to Smith in the back block. He's played a fairly good game tonight down there. The entire back line for North Melbourne Street been good.
He did well. Smith did well on Monday too, and there's no doubting that Judge was holding Smith.
52 plays 42. The ball back there towards the wing position. Passmore once again gets it out wide. Grabbed over to Love. A hand pass coming out now to McDonald. It was too long. And that's Howard going in, wearing number 55 as he picks it up. He's grabbed, gets a hand pass back. Lester-Smith slips. This allows Cracker to fumble. He went down. He taps the ball. That's Jimmy Cracker knocking the ball on. Love goes after it too. By God, that was good play on the part of Love as he gets it back to Steele. Up towards Phil Cracker towards the goal, but he's too big that time. He takes a strong mark at full-back. Right on the edge of the goal line. Waiting for someone to get back into position. He's got no one to kick it to yet. He goes for a short pass now. It could be dangerous, but Kennedy grabs it. He's grabbed, but still gets a hand pass to Deer. Back it goes to Langford at centre half back. Hawthorn have got a chance to kick this deep into their forward zone. Byrne got under it, couldn't hold the mark. In goes Ackley. That's another one grab and a good hand pass over to Dwyer. He's certainly a different player to Monday. Over to German, and German's got the mark there at centre half back for North Melbourne, and they're in front by 10 points. 52 plays 42. 8.5 minutes gone of this third quarter. Down it goes towards that half forward line.
Holding the ball.
Holding the ball against them. Is it what to say there, Bob?
I didn't think he played on Luke.
Short pass. Green over to Platten. Platten on the centre wing position. Drives it long over the half forward. A good pass. And Judge has got the ball about 45 metres out. He's driving it up there, looking for Kennedy. Fumbles the mark. He's got the ball. He'll bounce back. He'll get this. No. Great play and great defence by him. He looked in a hopeless position, and Kennedy was ready for that goal, but he smothered it beautifully to make the difference. Only 9 points.
That's what kids of today should watch. Absolutely great defensive work.
Ball back into play again. German with a hand pass. Coming over to Law. That was excellent play on the part of Law. The ball drops short. Love got one a bit high, but the umpire called play on. Coming out as Howard. He's grabbed by Love again. By golly, they're a determined side, North Melbourne. Ackley once again drives the ball back out there towards McDonald. His big foot got in the way that time, and the ball will be just about out of bounds, I would say. Yes, Lester-Smith gliding over the line, and it's out of bounds on the centre wing position. Just on 10 minutes gone of this third quarter. It's North Melbourne 8 goals, 4-52 to Hawthorn 6-7-43.
Boundary throw in on centre wing, Demetriou. McCann has it knocked away. Could have almost got a free kick there against his Hawthorn opponent, which was new. Howard onto Deer. Good hand pass, picked up by Ayres. Ayres is a shocking kick. Not having the best of nights, Gary Ayres. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick to North Melbourne at the 10.5-minute mark.
What's impressed me about North Melbourne is their tenacious to spot.
Yes, it's really there, Lou. They've applied pressure all over the ground to Hawthorn.
Almost a screamer taken by Peter German. Kennedy, Ayres. Platten and Judge. Judge looking for a hand pass. Now he goes for a foot pass, and that's excellent work to Russell Green. Green to Loveridge. Ackley in pursuit. He got boxed over after he kicked it, but it might be a goal anyway. I think it is through. It's 4 points.
It would have been another kick if it hadn't been, but I think Ackley's saying, well, he's going to kick it anyway, so I'll make sure he earns it. But a nice goal by Loveridge. Good teamwork. There's Judge now on replay. Across to Green, a quick hand pass, and Loveridge having plenty of time to steady and make no mistake.
So Richard Loveridge's second goal, 3 points the difference. 2 to Loveridge makes him Hawthorn's leading goal kicker. 8-4 to 7-7 on Seven's big league. 11.5 minutes have gone in the third quarter now, and Hawthorn coming back and winning the ball out of the centre. Deer.
He's played a good quarter too.
He has played a good quarter. Much improved big man from last year over the head of Platten. He tried to rove it. Now Byrne does just that. Onto the left foot. He could just about screw this one around. Michael Byrne, what a great goal. Hawthorn hit the lead for the first time.
Great goal by Byrne.
Byrne second in the score, 8-7 to 8-4 at the 12-minute mark of the turn.
I think we saw the great skill of Michael Byrne on that occasion. Smith punching the ball away, and Byrne not only reading the play beautifully, but then having the complete balance of the big fellow, and a lovely goal.
2 goals to Byrne, 2 goals to Loveridge, Hawthorn's leading goal kickers.
Just over 12 minutes in this third quarter, and Hawthorn in front now by 3 points. Cracker missed that, coming back to Law. He's in trouble. Bumps into Kennedy, picks it up again at centre-half back. It's a hurried kick back to the centre of the ground, but no one there for North Melbourne. That'll be a free kick against Love. It'll go to Green. And they're starting to get their act together now, Hawthorn. Now they smell a win because they're in front by 3 points. He drives the ball out wide, and Ayres has got it on the edge of the square towards the centre wing position. The kick is a long one, down there towards full forward. Judge flies high, couldn't hold the mark. Platten's kick is smothered. He's trying to get out. He's resting there with Atkins. Couldn't get clear, and the umpire will ball it up about 35 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. They've bounced back in this quarter. They're 8-7-55 to North Melbourne 8-4-52. And there's only, 13 minutes gone of the third quarter. Ball knocked out again. Hurried kick by Loveridge. Up towards the goals. Russo couldn't hold it. Backing up well as Demetrio. Played well all night. A short pass to Love. He's got a paddock to run, and if it bounces right, there's no Hawthorn player within a mile of him. Oh, let's hope he doesn't lose it. He goes for a short pass. It's all right. A series got it. So North Melbourne have got a chance to bounce back as Jonas takes the mark. And he's only about 35 to 40 metres out. So North Melbourne have a chance now to get regain the lead. And of course, when they played a night game last year, Peter, was a dead heat, wasn't it?
No, there was a day game.
A day game, was it?
But apparently a wonderful game.
Yes, it was.
It was certainly, Bob, yeah.
Well, they're certainly turning on a great game tonight, these two. As we see the kick, a long kick by Jonas. And that is a beautiful kick. It's a goal, and the Kangaroos are back in front. So we've got a real ball game on our hands. 9 goals, 4-58 North Melbourne to Hawthorn. 8 goals, 7-55.
And in the centre of the ground, John Platten appealing that you're not allowed to shepherd when the ball's more than 5 metres away, as Phil Cracker comes off the ground. And Cracker saying, I was shepherded when the ball was about 20 metres away. Why no free kick?
58 plays 55. North Melbourne back in front after the goal to Jonas. 14.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Deer and McCann, won by McCann that time. German can't get boot the ball, picked up by McDonald. He gives it back to the remaining one. That's Jimmy. Jimmy's kick is a long one, could bounce through. Now it bounces towards Robertson. Robertson's kick, a grubber. Out to Russo, fumbles. The opportunity led in for Jonas. Oh, he got kicked in the hand. Got it back to Mew, runs straight into more trouble than Burke and Wills found. Great tackle for football from Chris Mew.
Well, he didn't have much chance. It wasn't the greatest bit of play by Russo, but he had nowhere to go either, Pete.
No, that's right, but he tried to crash through the player and paid the penalty, and so the free kick to Jonas. Jonas at left half forward, couldn't score a goal from there, a little bit further out than he was a few moments ago. Harris, lovely hand pass. Love made a meal of that one. It's through for a point. And so North Melbourne lead by 4. 15 and a quarter minutes gone in the term. Lester Smith to bring the ball back. 9-5 to 8-7 at the MCG on Sevens Big League. The short pass to Russell Green. On to Buckadara. Appears to be ruck roving at the moment, covering plenty of territory, certainly. Mark missed by Passmore, but he has played a good game tonight, Michael Passmore. Effective bump by Byrne. It's a race between Platten and Ackley. In the back, surely.
He's had Platten and Loveridge well covered down there in that back pocket tonight.
This guy's played a fantastic game. Andy Demetriou, long up the half forward. Steal, great mark! North Melbourne answering the challenge pretty well. Short pass again, on his own, Love. Bad defence, Hawthorn. And Love, about 20 metres out, directly in front of goal. Should make it 10 points the difference. He's kicked one already.
Let's hope he doesn't take too long, because that's when you start to miss it. You over-concentrate.
Directly in front. No mistake about that one. Love puts it through for his second goal, and as I said, North Melbourne answering the challenge pretty well after some poor defence by Hawthorn. 10 points in favour of the Roos.
So just when it looked as though Hawthorn were going to steamroll North Melbourne, they've come back and really answered with 2 quick goals. And again, their disposal really being good right through the game. As Russo comes off, Handley on.
Well, I don't think we've seen a more tenacious North Melbourne side as we've seen here tonight. They've tackled magnificently. Centre bounce again into this quarter by 17 minutes. 10 points the difference. North Melbourne in front again. Knocked out by McCann. Bit of juggling going on. Kicked off the ground by German. Well, they're all messing about there, and the umpire's going to ball it up at centre field. A little bit down towards the North Melbourne centre half forward position.
Rain has stopped too, Lou.
10 points the difference, but it's still pretty slippery out there, Pete. Lovely. Buchanara was a champion player in the first quarter, but Dwyer's had him pretty well collared since then. He gets the kick now out of the centre area. Back it goes to Crocker. A good strong mark there at centre half back. Out wide, Siri on his own. And this fella certainly creates the loose man. He scoots around his opponent, Lester Smith. Now he bumbled at that time, but he gets a hand pass out to Jonas. Back it goes now. Back it goes to Jonas. That time a long kick up there towards goals. It could be through. It is. And it hit the post. So it's 11 points the difference.
Deserved a goal.
Well, they're doing it pretty easily down to that in this last 10 minutes. North Melbourne, they've really bounced back into business. As Bob said before, it looked as though Hawthorn were back in business and ready to go on with the game. Punched out by Jonas, anticipating beautifully that time was Di Domenico. A kick over the centre half forward position. Punched out by Ackley. There's a go for Byrne. Kicks the ball long towards the goal, but Smith's there. Stops it, got plenty of time to pick it up at full-back. Goes for a pass. It'll be okay, and the mark taken here by Coop. So this is Coop with the ball out there on that half-back line for North Melbourne. North Melbourne 10 points in front there, 10-6 to 8-7. Just on the 19-minute mark of this third quarter. A hand pass by McDonald. Oh, he was grabbed that time, Demetriou. And no doubt, in my opinion, nearly the best player on the ground, Bob.
He's played a fine game, Lou, right from the moment the game has started.
Kicks the ball towards centre half forward. The players set themselves. That's Harris taps the ball now to Asiri. Back it goes to Jonas. Out it comes to Jimmy Crack. He's only got to pick this up. He'll kick a goal. It's a left footer. Is it coming around enough? It's not. And it's through for 1 point. So it's 11 points the difference. 10 goals, 7-67 North Melbourne to Hawthorn. 8 goals, 7-55. Well, that's 12 points the difference, isn't it?
12 points.
Not adding up too well tonight as we wait for the ball to come back into play in this third quarter. 19.5 minutes gone. Out it goes towards centre half back. McCann taps it down. Green fumbles. He got one in the back for sure, and will take the free kick for Hawthorn at centre half back.
2 goals in it. Hawthorn hit the lead in this quarter, albeit very briefly. Chris Mew, well out from goal, chips it in from right half back onto Lester Smith at half forward. He can kick long, decides to go for the pass though, and that's effective. Kennedy marks, thought about going over the mark, Passmore said he did. Umpire Clayton said he didn't. What did he do? I don't think so.
I think he was safe.
He's about 40 metres out. Pretty fair angle. Not too much space between he and the boundary. And John Kennedy had a chance to kick a goal. He could have got another one, apart from some good defence by John Law. Kennedy's shot is through, I think. Yes, it is. And so Hawthorn hang in. Kennedy bringing up his second goal, and Hawthorn's ninth, 9-7 to 10-7. 6 points the difference at the MCG.
An excellent quarter of football. As we see Green get the ball across on Mew. Mew going short to Lester Smith. And we'll let you decide for yourself whether or not Kennedy was off.
I don't think so. I think he stayed.
He thought about it, but I think that's all.
You're watching Sevens Big League. 6 points the difference now after John Kennedy booted his second goal. Picked up by Arsiri, always a dangerous little player. It's on to Jimmy Cracker. Jimmy Cracker to McDonald. McDonald, a long shot. There's the quick reply. North Melbourne, thank you very much.
Magnificent play on the part of Jimmy Cracker. Walked the play, his opponent beautifully with a left walk that time, Bob.
Yes, but to finish it off as he did, McDonald showed a lot of skill. It's a replay again. Cracker taking it beautifully. The hand pass to McDonald. Not much time to steady, and an excellent goal.
And that reply took 10 seconds. What do you think of that, Hawks? Can they come back again? 2 goals the difference once more. 11-7 to 9-7. It's been a great quarter of football here at the MCG. Sevens Big League capturing it all. Knocked down by Deere. Tried a second backhander. Didn't work at that time. Picked up by McDonald again. McDonald onto McCann. Here come the Kangaroos once more. High, wide and handsome. That kick up the half forward. Mew. Harris. And it's going to be a bounce about 35 metres out from the North Melbourne goal.
12 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. 22 minutes gone of this third quarter. It's only about 25 metres out from North Melbourne's goal. Well, actually knocked out by McDonald towards the forward pocket. I think it'll beat Robertson. It does, and it's out of bounds. This time about 15 metres around from the North goal. So the pressure really on this Hawthorn defence. North Melbourne have had plenty of small men ducking around pretty well here tonight. At the back that time was Jonas, got it back to Cracker. Cracker's grab, tries to get out the pack, grab the second time. Out it comes now to German, having a great battle out there on that half-forward line with Ayres, and it's out of bounds again. But the Hawthorn defence gradually working it away from the North Melbourne goal. 11-7-73 North Melbourne to Hawthorn 9-7-61, a difference of 12 points. Into the quarter by 23 minutes. Back, well, the umpire got in the way, Russo, that time. Picked up by Atkins. Atkins looked for someone to give the ball to. It's too long. It could be a mark to Lester Smith. He dropped that one. Picked up by Green. A good hand pass back to Robertson. Shows a bit of pace as he goes long back towards the wing position. But there's a good mark to Crocker. They've got their confidence up, North Melbourne again, as the ball goes back to centre half forward. Harris comes out with Mew, but Mew's got a bit more pace. Taps it on. He's got to pick it up yet. Still goes in to help Harris and Mew again. Good play on the part of Mew, but they go out. That's the tenaciousness of them. Over it goes to Love. He tried to get it back there to steal, but the umpire will ball it up on that half-forward line. They won't give in North Melbourne, Bob. No,
but great play by Mew nonetheless, Lou. Mew's tenacity was matched by the North Melbourne players, and a good effort by all 4 players that were in it.
12 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. Knocked out by Deere. It comes back here now towards that wing position, but we see Handley couldn't pick it up, and it's out of bounds on the centre wing position. Just on 24 minutes gone. 11-7 North Melbourne to Hawthorn 9-7. Still a long way to go, and North Melbourne have got to really fight this game out as Atkins gets a very clever one, sort of a funny sort of a kick over to German. That's a free kick to German. He was grabbed. The umpire's called play on as Jonas gets it over now to Cooper. Long shot at goal. This is good. So it's 18 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. 12-7-78 to Hawthorn. 79, I should say, to Hawthorn. 9-7-61.
Little umpire Russo had paid the free kick to German, and that was where it was. He had paid that kick, but seeing that North Melbourne had gained the momentum and it was off to Jonas, then they allowed the play-on rule and excellent umpiring to allow that goal by Coop.
Approaching the time-on period of the third quarter, it's all North Melbourne again. They lead by 3 goals, so they'd increased their lead at half-time by 2 points. And they could do it again here. Long kick by Jonas. To fall forward. Knock away by Howard. Out of bounds, or is it? No, still in play. McDonald. Harris it was. Gets it back to Coop once more. Love. Almost caught. Off the ground from Mew. Picked up by Coop. Gets ridden into the ground. Chance for Love once more. Snapshot. Off target and 1 point. So North doing all the attacking in the last 15 minutes after Hawthorn hit the fronts very briefly. And they lead by 19 points. Colin Robertson. Looks for Green. In pursuit is Peter German. Spiral punt kick by the Hawthorn ruck rover. Up towards Buckenara, who's been pretty quiet since the first term when he had 13 possessions. Buckenara diving on it. Byrne comes in for assistance. Dwyer is there for North Melbourne. The ball over the boundary line.
4 marks to Dwyer, Bob and Pete, because he was beaten badly in that first quarter, but he's really on top of Buckenara now.
Yeah, since quarter time, he's beaten him decisively, Lou.
Whatever John Kennedy said to him during the break certainly was the right thing to do. Cracker went down, but no free kick. Atkins. And the mark taken at centre field by Coop, who decides to play on, perhaps foolishly, as he was pinned. But here's the man of the match, Andy Demetriou, who's knocked up getting kicks. On to Atkins again. Atkins on to Love. This time he has a set shot and again has missed. And Jason Love not too happy with himself for that. Should have kicked it. He was only about 25 metres out. He's kicked 2 goals, 3 now, Bob, has he?
Yes, mate.
26 and a half minutes gone. Hawthorn looking a little nonplussed at the moment to stop this onslaught from North Melbourne. Booming punt kick by Mew. It's inside the square, knocked down by McCann, picked up by Coop, who's done nothing wrong since he came on, and that's no exception. Mark taken by Peter German in front of Langford. It's a long way from goal, though. Doesn't worry him. Into the square. Off the hands of Steele, I think, out of bounds or behind. It's out of bounds, and it will be a boundary throw in North Melbourne's right forward pocket. So 27 and a quarter minutes gone, a boundary throw in and the chance for North Melbourne to increase their lead, which at the moment stands at 20 points. Knocked down by McDonald, trying to find Arsiri. Plenty of Hawthorn opposition there. Handley, Demetriou, Loveridge picks it up, gets the hand pass out to Langford. Good tackle from Coop.
And yes, the battle going on there now as the ball's tapped back to Ayres from Langford. Ayres goes for the long kick, looking for Buckenara, but he's not having much luck. Backing up well as pass more over to Smith. That's defence is doing well. Out there it goes wide, and a good mark taken by Handley. So Handley's got the mark out there on the centre wing position for Hawthorn. They're trailing by 20 points. We approach the 28-minute mark of this third quarter. At the back is McCann. Well, they're far too good all over the ground at this particular stage of the match, Bob.
And it's their disposal. It's far better than Hawthorn's. Maybe it's because they're working harder to make position.
There's the ball kicked across goal, but it doesn't matter. It's grabbed by Atkins. He's dropped it in front of Steele, who's got the run on Green. Green gave him one in the back. I think the umpire spotted that one. He put him through the picket fence. He doesn't waste any time. He's on his feet before Green realises that. Down it goes towards Howard. He can't pick it up. Jonas is there too. As we see Byrne come out with a hand pass to Langford, but he fumbled. Byrne showed him how to pick it up. One-handed, goes for a long kick. Back towards the wing position, punched out by Law. Going after it now is DP out of Manigo. A hand pass coming back there to Kennedy. He's out there on the centre wing position. A short pass. Over it goes now to Loveridge. Back to Green. This is a long one over the centre half forward position. Deere goes up. He's claiming the mark. The umpire said play on. As Lester Smith gives it out to Judge. A left foot snap at goal. Will it make it? It does. It's a goal. So they've still got a chance. Only 14 points the difference. That's Judge second. So the difference now, 12 goals, 981 to Hawthorn, 10-7-67.
It's good teamwork by Hawthorn there. I think North Melbourne might have been a little bit caught out, and the pace that these players are moving at the moment, everybody's going to be a little bit tired, and I think the team that is a bit more decisive in its disposal will finish on top. From a different angle, it's not going to be.
29 and a half minutes gone of this third quarter. 14 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. Hawthorn won't give in as Loveridge tries to come out of the pack. Jimmy Cracker's grabbed, but the umpire said it'll be a ball up again. Nearly lost his Guernsey. A ball up at centre field. So Hawthorn still got a big chance. They're only trailing by 14 points. There's a long way to go yet. We're pretty close to siren time. That ends the third quarter. And at three-quarter time, we see North Melbourne 12 goals, 9-81 to Hawthorn 10-7, 67.
By John Russo comes in to bounce the ball to start the final quarter of our night match from round 2 at the MCG. The Kangaroos leading by 14 points after they led by 16 at half-time. Thumping punch away by Stephen McCann goes some 35 metres downfield, but intercepting for Hawthorn is Michael Tuck. Jimmy Cracker, brilliant football, takes it and goals! Oh, hit the post. What a great piece of football by Cracker. Tuck looked in command and Cracker pinched it, and so very nearly got the maximum result.
And Tuck's down on the back line. He's at half-back at the moment. Lester Smith at centre-half forward.
Perhaps after some loose play in the third quarter. Chopper Handley takes it. Good block by DP Domenico. Handley's kick up towards left centre wing. Judge and Smith. Handley. Short pass. Platten. And Ackley has worn him like a glove tonight and totally taken the points. Kennedy. Back to Gary Ayres. Up to half forward. Deere looking for one in the back, but it wasn't there, of course. Jimmy Cracker. From left half back. Knock away by Robertson, and the ball will be out of bounds on the centre wing position.
Played very well, Jimmy Cracker, tonight.
Phil Cracker left the field during the third quarter.
He was under a cloud before the game,
That's
wasn't
right,
he,
yes.
Yeah, he seemed to limp off, Bob. Byrne. Certainly one of Hawthorn's best players tonight. Palms that one down. Picked up by Jimmy Cracker again. Cracker a short pass. Down towards left forward pocket. Not the ball beating Arceri, and also Glenn Howard wearing number 55. Started with 13. So a boundary throw in. Half forward flank for North Melbourne. Over the top was McDonald. It's out of bounds again. A little bit closer to the North Melbourne goal this time. Byrne doing battle with McDonald. Eade. High ball, but very close to the boundary line. Out of bounds. And once again a boundary throw in just past the 2-minute mark of the term.
15 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. They're 12-10 to Hawthorn, 10-7. Well, it's up towards the centre wing position on the members' side. Knocked out by Byrne. As Pete said, he's doing a pretty good job tonight for Hawthorn. They haven't had that many outstanding players. Dwyer overran that one pass. Moore gets it back again to Atkins. Back it goes to Dwyer. Dwyer goes for a short kick, looking for Jonas. At the back of him was Mew that time and knocked it out. Incidentally, we must mention too that Dwyer... Well, there's the North Melbourne record against Hawthorn. The ball comes back to Steele now. A chance to drive it deep into attack, looking for Cracker. He goes for the mark. He's got it, Jimmy. Oh, he's running off. He should kick a goal here. Straightens him up, and he's put it through. So North Melbourne are looking good now. 13-10, 88 North Melbourne to Hawthorn, 10-7, 67.
It's a fine piece of football, and Cracker in this quarter has really been a light. No pun intended, but Steele taking it from the ruck on a lovely mark to Jimmy Cracker, then realising that everybody was off balance bar himself, just casually went away and kicked a lovely goal.
Waiting now for the ball at centre field. Just on the 4-minute mark, 88 plays, 67. Ball comes back again, punched away that time by Mew, back towards DP Domenico. Actually went between Dwyer's legs. This gives DP Domenico a chance. He slunk to the ground. Buckenara kicks it off the ground. Ackley, as Peter said, covered Platten pretty well here tonight. Kicked off the ground by Dwyer. They're not taking any chances, this North Melbourne defence. They're playing it safe, and the ball is out of bounds. I was going to say, Bob, that Buckenara in the first quarter, I think he had about 14 possessions and certainly led Dwyer a merry dance, but the young fella's bounced back, and he's well on top of Dwyer in these last couple of quarters.
Certainly is, Lou.
Back it comes to Green. Intercepting that time was Steele. Goes for a hand pass back to Atkins. Out there at half back. Shows a lot of pace. Over it goes to McCann. A long kick to centre half forward. At the back as Love goes the punch. That could be a free kick. Cracker gets a hand pass to Jonas. Not a good one. Still plenty of scrimmaging going on. The umpires found a free kick. and it'll go to Hawthorn out there at half-back.
Penalising the side, surely. No advantage rule played there. Colin Robertson was away and running. Now Chris Mewers. Bacanara, as Lou mentioned, hasn't done much since quarter time. Hasn't been able to. That one's into no man's territory. Crocker, straight out of bounds. Throw in right forward pocket for Hawthorn at the 5-minute mark of the term. Attendance tonight, 26,456. Certainly looks a bit more from here. Knocked down by Deer. In goes Law. Tries to effect the hand pass. Ineffective. And we'll see a bounce. Still in Hawthorn's forward pocket. They've trailed all night apart from a brief period during the third quarter. North Melbourne answered that pretty quickly. And should they win tonight, it will be a thoroughly deserved victory. Handley has a shot at goal and has put that one through, I think, 4 full points. And a badly needed one for the Hawks. Handley's first for the night. And Hawthorn's 11th, 11-7, 73 to 13-10, 88.
Fine goal by Robert Handley. You see the ball won by North Melbourne, and then Handley trapping it beautifully, and from almost on the boundary line, a great goal.
Judge 2, Byrne 2, Loveridge 2, Kennedy 2, the major goal kickers for Hawthorn. McCanhurst 2 for North Melbourne, and also Love 2 with Jimmy Cracker, and also Harris. 15 points in it now. 6.25 minutes have elapsed in the final quarter. The opportunity for Platten, and he hasn't had too many of them tonight. Up towards Judge, knocked away by Smith. DiPietro gets beaten for it by Atkins, whose kick is along the ground, very close to the boundary line, and indeed crosses it on the outer side. Centre wing, a boundary throw-in. Pretty close to the practice wicket area. Between wing and half forward for Hawthorn. Kennedy against Harris. Won by Harris, tried to get it to Steele, who lost it. Knock on by Judge was good football. Who's there for Hawthorn? No one. McCann in turn gets it back to Smith. His kick up towards the centre circle, and in fact has gone over it. So the opportunity for North Melbourne. Cracker's there, beaten for it by Tuck, socked away by Demetriou. Tuck again. Demetriou, grab when not in possession, must take a free kick, which he gets from umpire Clayton.
Still playing a great game, a quick hand pass. Now he's going back from Jonas back to Demetriou again out there at half forward.
Wasn't behind the mark, Lou.
Well, let's see what Demetriou can do with this one. He balks in a bit of trouble. He's got around Tuck now. Didn't know which way he was going. Finally drives it up there towards the full forward position. Byrne goes the punch, plays it safe towards the forward pocket. It'll go out of bounds, will it? No, it's still back in play as we see the ball picked up that time by Handley. And there's a strong mark taken by Mew. Mew's on the half-back line. 15 points the difference. There's a good pass. Grabbed by Ayres. A hand pass to Green. Now Hawthorn have got a chance to go deep into attack. Up it goes towards Judge. He's put out of position. Grabbed by Kennedy. Back to Bacanara again. A long kick up towards the full forward position. It's Crocker and Deer, but it's too long for both of them and through for 1 point. So it's 14 points the difference into this last quarter. Tuck coming off the ground. He hasn't played too well tonight, the Hawthorn skipper. Just over the 8-minute mark. 14 points in favour of North Melbourne as Siri takes it from the wing out wide, looking for Atkins there. He's got a chance to pick this up. McDonald goes wide. He got one right around the ear that time, and he'll get a free kick out there at half-back. Or half-forward, I should say, for North Melbourne. DiPietro was looking back at the umpire saying, I wonder why he got the free kick. A short pass to McCann. He's a long kick into the goal square. Cracker and Robertson. Neither can take the mark. There's a chance now for a goal. No, by Love, but it's kicked and out of bounds. So is it out of bounds on the full? Yes. And a penalty free kick will go down there to Howard in the back pocket. So at the just on the 9-minute mark, it's 13-10-88 North Melbourne to Hawthorn. 11 goals, 8-74 as the ball comes back into play again. Russo over to Green. And Green hasn't played a bad game tonight for Hawthorn. It drops short, punched away by Smith. Back it comes to Loveridge. He'll go for a hand pass to Green. Green backing up well as he fires at the goals, but will it catch a goal? It's a goal. So Hawthorn are back in business with a big chance now. 13-10-88 North Melbourne to Hawthorn, 12-8-80.
Lovely play by Russell Green there. He came right down the ground. He had the first kick coming from the wing, followed on down, took the hand pass from Richard Loveridge, had the long shot at goal, and may not have been the best looking kick in the world, but it's still worth 6 points. A fine piece of play by Russell Green.
3/4 minutes gone in the final term now. Match turning back into a thriller, but North Melbourne have been able to answer the challenges so far. Can they do it again? Hawthorn throwing one out here. Coop tries to get the hand pass out, or Mew got one in the eye.
Mew playing at centre-half back now, Bob.
Yes, Lou.
Chris Mew, a little bit short of the centre field area. Towering punt kick up the half forward. Great mark taken by Smith.
Lester Smith at fullback, and Harris is coming off the ground. Ryan on the ground.
Underneath it, Dipper Domenico. Cracker upsets him. Dipper goes down, paddles the ball forward, trying to get it to Platten or Kennedy. Neither can take it. Now it's Kennedy with the chance. No one to give it to except Cracker. Good tackle. Cracker caught. Ball rebounds for German or Robertson. Socket away by Dipper Domenico in towards centre field. Loveridge. Loveridge a short pass. Who's he got down there? The mark taken by Big Deer.
He'll get 15 metres.
Not going to, I don't think. Kicked a nice goal earlier in the night. That was from a running shot. Let's see how he goes from a standing start. It's a much improved big man, Deer, and they certainly need them out at Hawthorn. He's rucked fairly well tonight. Tired perhaps a little bit in the second half. That's not a great kick. Blue and white Guernseys are bound. That one belongs to McCann. He's well caught. Ackley. Law. Good tackle, Judge. Out of bounds. And perhaps the Hawthorn fans looking for a deliberate decision out there. It's a long way from us. Boundary throw in. Left forward pocket for Hawthorn. Deer and McCann. McCann wins it. Platten burrows through like a ferret. Crocker loses it. Ackley, Arceri. North Melbourne get clear through German. Up towards centre field. Mark taken by Robertson. He was off for all money. Mew and Chris Mew. Will he go for the long kick? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. It's over the half-forward line. The pack fly. Buckenara got under that one. Coming out to meet it now is Crocker and Hanley, but it's out of bounds, and there'll be a throw-in right against the Hawthorn point post. So they're trailing by 8 points as we approach the 12-minute mark of this last quarter, and they've really got a chance now, Hawthorn. Can they wear this very determined North Melbourne side down as the ball hits the deck? Platten and Crocker go after it, and it's finally forced out of bounds. This time it's in the opposite forward pocket position. So Hawthorn still with a chance to score. Deer and McCann. Deer got the tap down. In goes Platten. Hits the deck. They pounce on top of him. It's Kennedy getting a hurried kick. He might have put this through from the ground. One hand nearly. You could say a great goal. 2 points the difference, and that's Kennedy's third. 13-10-88, North Melbourne. To Hawthorn, 13-8-86.
That was an amazing goal. I think that's the only way to describe it, Bob.
I think you can call it great courage too, as we see Platten go in there underneath, tap the ball forward. Kennedy slips, slides, still on his knees at this stage, and he actually crawled up, I think.
Well, you could call that one hand nearly, couldn't you?
A magnificent effort.
2 points the difference. Into this quarter by just on 13 minutes. Hawthorn bouncing back into attack now. Can they run over this very determined? Oh, great mark to Platten. It's about the first time he's got away from Ackley all night. 15-metre penalty. I don't know what that was for, really.
For applying pressure, you cannot allow him to run on.
Well, he looked as though he was going to break away. I think the umpire was pretty tough on Ackley there. This has really set it up for Platten. And a big chance to put Hawthorn in front. He's only about 20 metres out. The kick on its way, and it's a goal. And the Hawks have hit the front. At the 13.5-minute mark of this last quarter, it's Hawthorn 14-8, 92 to North Melbourne 13-10-88.
The way that ball went well through the goals, the 15 metres made all the difference, and I think the umpire was very harsh on David Ackley because he couldn't allow, if he just stood there and watched Platten, his coach would have taken him off the ground.
That's right.
Certainly, well, he was moving. He had to grab him.
First goal to Platten, Hawthorn in front. The last time they led was in the third quarter at about the same stage of the term. North got a very quick reply. Can they do it again? Hawthorn by 4 points, 92-88. 14 minutes gone. Final term knocked away by Byrne. Who's going to get there first? It's picked up by Dipper Domenico, just about caught. In fact, the umpire says a throw.
Pushing in the face.
Cracker to take the free kick. Cracker from short of centre field out towards left centre wing. Chance for the North Melbourne side to go forward. Russo might get there first. German beats him to it. Looks for a free kick. Still paddling it in front of him, out of bounds though now. Well played, Peter German.
Well, it was good as a kick, that, because he carted it about 40 metres, didn't he?
Yes, it was a great effort.
Boundary
Cracker
throw
back on the ground, Coop off.
That's Phil Cracker, yeah. Doesn't seem to be limping now. He did look a little tentative when he left. Knocked down by Byrne, picked up by Howard for Hawthorn. Howard's kick is short, but up the centre wing. Passmore may get there first for North Melbourne. Doesn't get a favourable bounce. Now he does. Gets clear of Langford. Passmore to half forward for the Kangaroos. One can take the grab. It's like a rugby scrum out there, and umpire Russo has adjudicated, and it will be a bounce at North Melbourne centre half forward position. That's developing into a thriller. It is a thriller. And a great game of football after that rain stopped. Knocked down by Ryan. Socket further forward, but picked up by Howard. Underneath it, Phil Cracker. Deep here, Domenico late on the scene, but beats him to it. That's Jimmy Cracker down there, though. Well shepherded. Jimmy's shot could put North Melbourne in front of it. It's a goal, and it is! What a shot! What a goal! Oh, what a game of football. North by 2 points, 94 to 92.
The big thing about the Crackers, they seem to do it so easy, Bob, as if they're not moving, and all of a sudden they're 10 metres away from their opponents.
Listen, on replay, Deep here a minute ago doing the right thing. There was nothing else that he could do, but the ball just went a little bit too far. And what a fantastic quarter of football Jimmy Cracker has played.
So 3 goals to Jimmy Cracker, the leading goal kicker in the match, with John Kennedy of Hawthorn. 16.25 minutes gone. North by 2 points at the MCG.
Centre bounce again. Can they hang on? As a bit of fumbling go on by both sides. There was a hand pass coming out from Green to Buckenara, and Hawthorn swing back into attack. 2 North Melbourne players bowl each other. Passmore still there. Right on his back there is Langford. Taps it out now to Hanley. A snappered goal. And now it's only a point, the difference. Oh, it's been a great game. 94 plays 93 in favour of North Melbourne.
It'd be funny if we had another draw, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be? Just on the 17-minute mark of this last quarter, the ball back into play again. Marked here now by Crocker. Crocker's out there at half-back, goes for the long kick, and Jonas fumbled that one, but it's okay. And Love's grabbed it out there on the wing position. A long kick up towards full forward. The pack fly punched out that time by Lester Smith, but it's still in North Melbourne's attacking zone, about 30 metres around from their goal. And they're a point in front, just over the 17-minute mark of this last quarter. Interchanged by North Melbourne. I think it might be German coming up, Bob, is it?
Looks like Love.
Ball cleared away by Russo, back towards the centre of the ground. A chance for Dwyer to mark. He doesn't let his side down. He's grabbed it at centre field, so he's going to give them another chance to go back into business. This is Dwyer. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. The pack fly, no one can hold the mark. Jonas comes out, a hand pass. Coming over now to Steele, in a bit of trouble. Hooks it around, but it won't come around enough, so the difference now 2 points. Took a little bit too long to get rid of it then, young Steele, but he's played a good game tonight. 95 plays 93 in favour of North Melbourne, and we're just on the 18-minute mark of this last quarter. Ball comes out now to Russell Green, and Russell Green's been a fine player tonight for Hawthorn too, as he sends the ball back there towards their half-forward line. Buckenara getting away from Dwyer, and he hasn't done that many times since quarter time. Boots the ball high up towards the full forward position. Judge at the back flies, but a great safe mark in front by Smith, who's done a darn good job down there in defence tonight.
Certainly has, Lou.
2 points the difference. 18.5 minutes gone in favour of North Melbourne in this last quarter.
Looking for Dwyer, but it was just a little bit too long for him as Steele carts it over the boundary line. The throw in close to the centre wing area. 2 points in favour of North. They've led pretty well right throughout the night, apart from 2 brief periods in the third quarter and this one. Here's Dwyer again. On to Phil Cracker. Phil Cracker on left centre wing. And he keeps going. Jonas, long kick from him. He can kick it long too. That's a goal. No worries about that one. Jonas playing good football tonight. His second goal, and North Melbourne answer the challenge yet again. They'd be robbed if they lost this. 101 to 93.
No doubt about the ability of the Crackers. They're great thinkers on the ground, Bob.
Well, we'll watch the replay now, and if ever a goal was set up by a player with great skill. A hand pass over the top from Phil Cracker after touching the ball on the ground twice, and he did that at full pace, let me say.
I'll tell you that, he's a marvel. They're both marvels.
19.5 minutes gone, final quarter. North Melbourne, as they have done right throughout the night, answering the challenge from last year's runners-up. 8 points in it again. Thumped away by McCann. Langford to Platten. Platten with good speed, but almost gets pinned, but the pass is on. It's on to Deere, in turn to Kennedy. Kennedy can make it 4 goals for the night if he's accurate, and he's put it through for full points. So once again, Hawthorn come back, but they can't go goal for goal because they still trail by 2, 101 to 99 on Sevens Big League.
I think you summed it up before, Pete, when you said what a great game. And a good effort by Atkins there to catch. Almost put Platten off. He actually did. It certainly wasn't the pass that was meant for Deere, but a nice pass, hand pass by the big fellow to Kennedy.
John Kennedy's 4th goal for Hawthorn. Once again, 2 points the difference, 101 to 99 on Sevens Big League. It's a thriller before this crowd of over 26,000 at the cricket ground. Picked up by Buckenara from a centre bounce. Mark taken, or almost taken. Has he got it? That's Atkins. Yes, it has been allowed, and he'll put North Melbourne into attack.
2 points the difference. And Atkins sends the ball back over North Melbourne's half-forward line. Good play on the part of Jonas. He punts it. There's Cracker again. Jimmy goes after it. It bounces okay up there towards the goal. Steele flies. Pushed away by McDonald. Back it goes and through for 1 point. So it's 3 points the difference. Well, you don't know who's going to win this match. 102 plays 99 in favour of North Melbourne. Into the quarter by just over 21 minutes. I wouldn't like to predict the winner here, Bob.
It could be a case of who's in front at the right time, Lou.
Who's in front at the finish? Over it goes now to Crocker out there. And, oh, he's got to get rid of this. Well tackled by DP Domenico and recovers well. Gets to his feet. He looks for a hand pass over there to Eade. He's got him. And Eade out there with another one back to Langford. It's a dribbler. But Langford doesn't mess about. He kicks along the ground. Back it goes to Judge. Coming in to meet it now is Ackley. He got one in the back. He'll get a free kick. And he's played a superb game tonight. He's had the Rovers well covered down there all night. This is more like the Ackley we know, not the one we watched last week, Bob.
Well, it might have been a bit tentative against his old side, Lou.
Ball back into play. Chance for McCann. That's a good grab. Actually, McCann's lifted his game since half-time too.
Has.
This is McCann. Still 2 points the difference. A hand pass coming over now to Crocker. Crocker goes for a short one. Ball punched out, but backing up well as Mew. A hand pass back to Rodney Eade. The short one will be okay, and Loveridge has got it. He's right on the edge of the square, goes for a pass, looking for Buckenara. Got away from Dwyer, and he's got a chance now to put the Hawks in front from about 40 metres out. Well, I don't think it'd be 40 metres. We approach the 22.5-minute mark. He's already kicked 1 goal. This is the one he's got to kick to let the Hawks bounce back in front again. There it is on its way. It's coming around nicely. It's a goal, and Hawthorn are in front. So, 22.5 minutes gone of the last quarter. It's North Melbourne 15-12, 102, trailing Hawthorn 16-9, 105.
I think you would term that a real pressure kick. There's on replay from the half-back line, Mew across to Eade. Eade with the short pass to Loveridge. Loveridge, a nice little pass across, and it was no easy kick for Buckenara, a real pressure kick.
23 minutes of elapse, 105 to 102. Who's going to get it out of the centre? No one really having much success. Finally, it's left to Peter Russo. Russo kicks it down to where he finds Ackley. Smith, 4 North Melbourne players are there, and John Law does the work. Back towards centre field, marked to Deere, I think. Yes, it has been paid by umpire Russo, and a 15-metre penalty as well, but he doesn't waste any time. On to Eade. Eade from centre field. Short pass. Green. He's played a ripper second half.
He's played a fair game all night, Pete.
Green. Pass was a little bit too high. Underneath it, Kennedy. Atkins is there. Kennedy's kicked 4 goals. Puts Atkins out of business. No, he doesn't put him out of business. Atkins carts it over the boundary line. It will be a throw-in Hawthorn's left forward pocket at the 23.5-minute mark. It's like a horse race. The bob of the heads on the line is going to decide this one. Knocked down by Byrne, but he can't find a Hawthorn player there initially. Judge flings it out. About the best word. That might be a free kick, is it? No.
Oh, I think they'll let it go a bit now. See, it's so close.
Yes,
you
I
don't
think it would have
start
been
playing the little
a game umpire to play that.
That's right.
Anyway, it's a bounce about 35 to 40 metres out from Hawthorn's scoring area. Knocked away by Ackerlin. He did a pretty good job too. Over to Phil Cracker. Up towards the centre wing position. Howard in front with Jonas. It's a wrestle. That's number 34. That's Ryan. He started on the bench. Howard grabbed, not in possession. They're letting it go, as you said, Lou. Picked up by Chris Mew. Only about a 10-metre kick. And he's going to pay that one. Well, they plucked them out.
It was in the back, Pete.
Picked up by Ackley. Onto Ryan again on centre wing. Nice balk by Ryan. Ryan's short pass, a little bit too long for Jonas, but he's played a fine game, Peter Jonas. And is that out of bounds? It is now anyway, and a boundary throw-in almost in North Melbourne's left forward pocket. We enter the time-on period. Lewis?
About 5 seconds, only 3 points the difference, but North Melbourne have got a chance to get in front again because only about 55 metres out from their goal. Comes back to Phil Cracker. Down he goes. They pounce on top of him. The crowd yelling out for a free kick, but there wasn't one there. A ball up about 55 metres out from the North Melbourne goal, and they trail by 3 points.
I think Phil was looking for one, wasn't he?
Well, will time beat North Melbourne? Can they get a goal to put themselves back in front again? Knocked out by Love, grabbed here by Dwyer, has a putt shot up towards the full forward position. Oh, might bounce through, it's a goal! It's back in front again, it's a great goal by Dwyer. Well, that was bad luck because the Lester Smith fell over at the last moment. He could have easily saved them, but a bit of bad luck. So it's 108 plays, 105, and North Melbourne are back in front again.
Well, you could say, Lou, that they paid the penalty of packing the back line because as a half-forward, Buchanara came right up into defence, and all he did was bring Dwyer down, who took the ball from the bounce and showed great skills with that lovely left-foot kick.
26 and a half minutes gone, 3 points in front. North Melbourne, can they hang in as the ball goes out now to McCann? Oh, he overrun the ball. Buchanara picks it up, kicks it out to that half-forward flank, but Law's there. And the ever-reliable Law goes for a long kick. And Ayres takes a good one down there at half-back for Hawthorn. Still 3 points the difference in favour of North Melbourne. It's been a great game here tonight as the ball hits the deck again. In goes Ackley, down goes Ackley. Kennedy gets it out again. Finally, it comes over to Loveridge, a short pass. It'll be okay, and DP Domenico's got it about 55 metres out from goal. He doesn't know where to go. He's trying to make up his mind now. He finally gets the kick over. Punched out by Corcomelis. Good play. No, not Cork, I knew I'd say Demetrio. And Demetrio kicks it high up there towards the full forward position. No one can take the mark. It's exciting football as McCann gets a hand pass to Atkins. Another hand pass comes out. Law's grabbed. He gets the kick back out there towards the wing position. And there's a good mark taken in defence by Rodney Eade. A long kick over that half-forward line. There's a chance now for Byrne to mark. He's got it. Oh, he's only about 35 metres out from goal, directly in front. And can he get it? Because if he kicks this goal, he's already kicked two. It would just about give the game to Hawthorn.
On replay, a fine mark. Crocker doing everything he could to try and punch the ball away, but Byrne in better position.
The odds against Michael Byrne. He kicked 3 last week. He doesn't often do that. He's kicked 2 tonight, so this is the most crucial one of them all. He's got it, has he? Away to the goal umpire. Byrne likes it. It's a goal. And so Hawthorn hit the front. Well, it's pretty hard to pick the winner of this one. Hawthorn by 3, and we've been playing 28 minutes in the final quarter now. Here's the mark again, Bob.
Again on replay. Not much that Crocker could do. He was caught out of position, and you certainly couldn't be critical. He was trying desperately, but Byrne in just too good a position.
3 goals to Michael Byrne, 4 to Kennedy. Hawthorn's leading contributors. Judge has 2. Jimmy Cracker has 3 for North Melbourne. 108 to 111. Knocked away by McCann. Knock on by Mew, or knock away. Didn't go Hawthorn's way. Langford off the ground, up towards left centre wing for Hawthorn. Ackley and Platten. Ackley's had the better of him right throughout the night, and that was a good hand pass to Atkins. Atkins in turn back to Smith, who's played a very solid game in defence. Short pass, McCann again. Or fumbles at the crucial moment, tries to crash through, holding the ball. And Chris Mew did a similar thing earlier, so consistency.
Wasn't much McCann could do, though. I think I would have balled it up.
DP Domenico has the free kick for Hawthorn. He's on the edge of the square at the 29-minute mark. Byrne in front. Might be a point. No, it's out of bounds. And so a boundary throw in Hawthorn's left forward pocket, right next to the behind posts at the 29.25-minute mark. 111 to 108. It's been a thriller here before over 26,000 fans. Knocked down by McCann. Picked up by Platten. No, not quite. It'll be another ball up, I think. Out of bounds on the other forward pocket now.
This is just about sealer for Hawthorn, I would say. Bottled up here, Bob.
Well, there's a couple of minutes to go yet, I would reckon.
It's one time when they're quite happy.
Now there's the siren. Hawthorn have stolen it from North Melbourne. I think that's the best way you could describe it, because North led all night, and Hawthorn, as they did in the reserves this evening, got up and pinched it on the bell. 17-9 to 16-12. A great game of football, and North Melbourne players understandably looked pretty disappointed, but it was Hawthorn on the bell, 17-9, 111 to the Kangaroos, 16-12, 108.
What a great performance by Hawthorn to come from behind in a thrilling final term and snatch 4 premiership points. But full credit to the young North Melbourne side, who really did have a good old dip. Jimmy Cracker, possibly one of the best players on the ground, a fine 4-quarter performance, and full credit too to new recruit David Ackley for containing John Platten and Richard Loveridge in the manner that he did. Well, Hawthorn having the best possible start they could hope for. You may remember in 1985 they lost their first 2 games, 86 they've reversed it, winning their first 2 and up there with Essendon near the top of the ladder. Next week it's a new challenge though. Hawthorn tackle Richmond. As far as North Melbourne are concerned, they take on Collingwood and the Army at the MCG. More great pro football coming your way next week.